following is a presentation of the OLSH Sports Network.
It's a bright, warm autumn day in southwestern Pennsylvania, and it's time for alum to come back and visit the old stomping grounds as the Chargers are hosting homecoming game here at Moon Stadium on a bright, sunny afternoon. It's the Chargers and the Eagles. Pleasant good evening, everybody. It's OLSH with Grant Kalish and Christian Harbaugh here to bring you what should be an exciting game on Homecoming 2024 as the Chargers from OLSH and South Park Eagles are getting ready to go at it. South Park comes in ranked, well, by some polls #1, some polls #2 in 2A. And the Chargers, you know, it's been a gauntlet, guys, this year. This is arguably the toughest. No, it's not arguably. It is the toughest section in 2A. They got 3 of the top 5 from our section, and this is just one of them. So, and it doesn't get any easier next week as well.
Yeah, I believe for the Chargers today, this is a big opportunity, right? You got homecoming, you're fired up. You're here at your home stadium today. It's good conditions out there, but you got a good opportunity. Defense has been playing terrific last week, obviously. Great defense, had 4 turnovers, right? Found the offense a little bit, found the end zone. And tonight, you know, hopefully you keep it rolling. You got a day extra of rest and preparation with playing on a Saturday instead of Friday. So I'm interested to see how the Chargers play tonight.
Yeah, certainly, Christian. This is a great time for the Chargers to really catch the Eagles, you know, given that it is Saturday, right? It's not their normal routine, right? The #1, #2 team in 2A. And the Chargers, if they can win this game, they really have an opportunity to put themselves in position to potentially win the section here in what's year 1 of the co-op.
You talk to the coaches, and they'll tell you there's after today, there's 3 games left in the season. 2 of them are section games, and the Chargers between today and the next 2 weeks have to win at least one of them to pretty much secure themselves a spot. We got some people in the background here. To secure a spot in the playoffs. So these next 3 weeks, including tonight or this afternoon, very crucial to the Chargers for playoff hopes.
Yeah, it's definitely crucial. And I think the Chargers started to find a rhythm here. Cavel's starting to use his legs a little bit. His IQ's getting better. He's getting more reps at the quarterback position, as we talked about. He hasn't got many reps in the last couple of years with injuries. But their playmakers on the sides, you know, they're starting to come alive. Ty coming alive a little bit. You got Speedy back. Hopefully he's healthy tonight and playing, I would assume. And then you got a running back in Chatfield, which I think he's very dynamic, super explosive. If the line has a good game today, guys, I could see the offense doing another, you know, great week with putting the ball in the end zone. But the key is going to come back to the defense. Can the defense withstand South Park and their offense?
Yeah, the Chargers certainly coming together here. Me and Al had a chance to talk to Coach Militzer this week out of Youthtown, and we'll show you that message now.
Welcome to Charger Pregame as the OLSH Chargers take on the South Park Eagles on homecoming, and it's an afternoon game. And Coach, last week we had a nice game, a nice victory actually. A very steady team that you played. We were able to overcome again. Once again, the defense stands out with, I think there was 3 interceptions and a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Yeah, we talked about it in pregame last week. I mean, their record's really not an indicator of that team. I mean, that's a very solid team that has been in every game, and we saw that a little bit Friday. But at the end of the day, I mean, our execution offensively has been getting better and better each week. We're getting more and more diverse. we're doing some different things, and defensively, it's been pretty much a standard for us all year. I mean, other than the Fort Cherry game, we really haven't given up a lot of scores defensively. So, we're excited to see the improvement. And, I told the boys after the game, you've put yourself in a good spot now. So now it's kind of, what spot do you want that to be? You can win. If you win this week, you're in the discussion to you put yourself in the driver's seat to win the conference. If you don't pull it out this week, then you're still very much in the playoff picture, but you got to take care of business a little bit the last few weeks. So, it was a big win for us because those are the kind of games that scare you, driving an hour and a half to get there, and conditions you don't know about. But I mean, the kids really responded, and like you said, Al, the defense has showed up every week, and offensively we're starting to click.
Well, Apollo Ridge is gone, and you mentioned that they seem to be getting better and better every week, our team. The next 2 weeks it doesn't get easier, it gets harder. You got the number 2 and number 5 ranked teams these next 2 weeks. The Eagles are up next.
Yeah, and some publications have them as number 1.
Yeah.
And you see it. They are a very tough matchup. They are physical, they're big, they're extremely senior heavy. They'll graduate most of their starters this year. But this has been 3 years in the making for them. They're a AAA team. They've been AAA the past 3 cycles. So you got to figure, we're a team that's coming up from single A playing a playoff team from AAA. This is not going to be easy. They're the biggest AA team you'll see. They're absolutely enormous. They have 2 Division I linemen, a Division I running back, quarterback that can fly, and just players all over the field that can play. I think you look at South Park, you look at Elwood City, you look at Steel Valley, and you look at Seton. 3 of those 4 we play, they're considered by pretty much everybody as the top teams. So it's going to be a challenge. I'm excited about a couple things. We were going to have Van on with us today, but he's pretty focused. I mean, he has a really big matchup ahead of him this week, and we all know what he's done, not just offensively, but defensively is where he's been outstanding. He gets a matchup against a kid like Parker Cunningham, who's going to James Madison. I think it would be a fun one if you're watching at home. That's a fun one to kind of key on, 7 versus 77.
Okay. Coach, this is a game that you're playing against a tough opponent, but it's more later in the year, so your young team has had some experience under their belt against playing tough teams. How important is that for you today?
I think it is important, big time. I think our schedule was difficult at the beginning of the year. So you see that in games like Ligonier Valley, who's a good team, and Apollo Ridge, who's a good team. Like, some of that experience was key. Playing in some of those tough crossover games for us really prepared us. In the first few weeks, you got to figure we saw not only good teams, but different styles. You saw a power running team like Rochester. You saw a team like Fort Cherry that, mixed it up a lot. So you saw a lot of different styles of play, and I think it's set the tone for what we're doing right now. And this week is a unique challenge, though, for sure, with this team. I respect the heck out of them, and if you get a win after this one, you're going to be black and blue, you're going to be sore, but you're also going to be feeling pretty good.
We mentioned it's homecoming. It's an afternoon game, different environment. You prepare the team any differently, being it's a day game?
We did. Actually, we ran, and I talked to them this weekend. We ran this like a college week. I've 10 years of college coaching under my belt, and we ran this like a college week. So Sunday we watched film. Gave them Saturday. Saturday was usually game day in college, but gave them Saturday off. Watched film Sunday. Monday was a player off day. Focus on your grades and all those things. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we get our work in. Friday's a walkthrough. Game day on Saturday. Wake up, eat some breakfast together, and play ball. So I told the guys that are thinking about playing on Saturday, this is what your week is like. You get there, your off day. You watch film Sunday, off day Monday, and we structured it just like that. I think the kids kind of like that, and they kind of bought into that.
That's awesome. Again, Cables, big game last week, on both sides of the ball. Going against some, as you said, bigger and talented players. Do you expect him to step up? And
I would, how can he step up anymore? I mean, it's just become the standard of what we expect from him. I think it's just more of a comfortability. Like, people forget he played four games last year. So he understands my offense to a T, like, just as well as I do. but it's still feeling it out in the game. Like, so he's getting a good feel of when to run, and he's running smart, stepping out of bounds. He knows when to lower the shoulder, which actually protects him from somebody going low on him. So things like that we've talked about, he's getting very comfortable with. The thing I like is he's developed his game in all areas. The Post-Gazette had something on him today, and he threw some interceptions early in the year, which weren't all on him. There were some wrong routes and some miscommunication, which happens with teams that haven't played together a lot. But no turnovers the past 2 weeks, and that's huge. So I think a team like South Park, the running room there's not going to be a lot of running room. But this is an opportunity for him maybe to sit back and show what he showed earlier in the year last year against Shenango and some of those teams, where hopefully we can put the ball up on them and score a little bit. We'll see. I mean, like I said, this is by far, you watch these guys on film, they're one of the best teams I've seen in any classification, and if we come away with a win, it would be, in my opinion, one of the bigger wins we've had at OLSH.
Feather in the cap.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, it's, OLSH, when Coach Bradley was here, there were some big wins. But I'd say this would rank up there with one of the big ones in as far as regular season games, and not in postseason, because of what they're bringing in.
Well, don't you go away. We got homecoming game between the Chargers and the South Park Eagles right here on the All Sports Network, and it is next. We welcome you back to Moon Stadium, getting ready for opening kick here. And South Park has won the toss. They're going to take the ball first, so the Chargers get to use their, and kind of test out their, what's so far this year been their strongest point, their defense.
Yeah, let's see what my man Chris Harris can do today. He's got to get in the action a little bit. Him and Schultz have been having some good games over there, helping Cavels. And then obviously the corners and the safety has been super strong. Mm-hmm. So let's see if those guys can keep that up. And it'll be interesting to see Speedy playing today. Does he go back and play safety or where do they put him on the defensive end?
Yeah, last week, remember the defense, 3 interceptions and a fumble. The fumble was taken back by Cavels for a touchdown, a scoop and score. So Chargers need to continue that trend here today.
Yeah, well, here we go. Altmar teeing it up. Start this one here, big section game. The Chargers and the Eagles, and the kick is away, and it's fielded at the 10-yard line by South Park, running up the field at the 20, trying to make a cut, and he is going to be spun down around the 37-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will start off the ball game.
Chargers saying they have the ball here. Hold on. I mean, we heard the whistle, but maybe he fumbled it after he already had a knee down or something. It's hard to tell from up here.
Yeah.
I mean, why not sell it early?
Yeah. one of the players bidding OLSH's chance at the ball there was Colby Swigert. He had a big game last week.
2 in the backfield. They're going to hand it off, and he's going to fall forward to the 41-yard line. Gain of 4 yards on first down.
Man, Daru's a big boy.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 foot 210 running back, but compared to standing next to Lindsey back there, he looks like he's a whole couple feet taller than him.
Second down and 6 for the Eagles. Guy in motion. Lindsey takes the snap, hands it off to him, looking for a lane, and he's going to be brought down at the 40-yard line by the Chargers. It'll be a loss of 1, third down.
Our man Harris with the pursuit there to bring him down in the backfield.
Yeah, just what we talked about. The Chargers with some press coverage, and Chris Harris gets right through the gap on the jet sweep by South Park and doesn't get any gain.
No.
That's a big-time stop. Brown on the carry there.
This would be so big for the Chargers to establish the tone on defense, start this one off against the vaunted Eagles running game.
And we know how good the Chargers defense is with the running game. It's the passing game here on defense we got to watch out for. Nothing downfield.
3rd and 6. Lindsey takes the snap, drops back. He's going deep, and it's over the head of Brown, and it'll be 4th down for the Eagles.
And just what we talked about, great coverage back there. Swaggart on one-on-one coverage, but then Speedy comes over the top as the safety, and good job by the Chargers defense to go 3 and out here.
He'll send Ty Hawkins back deep for the Chargers. Looks like Kenyon Brown will be the kicker for the Eagles.
What a great job by the Chargers. Get off the field, and now they're feeling really good about themselves on defense.
Now here's where we can't mess up, guys, on special teams today.
Right.
Whether we give up a touchdown on special teams or Ty cannot be careless with the football today.
Well, they did better last week, to be honest with you.
He did.
Punt is caught, and it's away. And it's going to bounce around the 27, and it's rolling. And Ty backs away from it smartly. And it's going to roll about to the Charger 9-yard line, and that's where Cables and the offense will get their turn first here in the first quarter.
Let's see how aggressive the Chargers come out here on offense early. See if they let Cavles use his feet or maybe get him Chatfield back there a couple runs, or do they take a chance early in this game and see if they can beat South Park downfield early?
Hey, it's Youth and Alumni Day here at Moon Stadium, so we want to give a special welcome to all the alumni, youth adults, and their families in attendance tonight or this afternoon, and to those listening and watching at home.
Here we go, 2 to each side for Cables to start this one off. Takes the snap, drops back, throws, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of Ty Hawkins, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, going in the air early, Ty on a slant route. South Park in man coverage, and Ty just hit him in the hands, couldn't come up with it. I think the other thing today, fellas, is going to be, can you get yards after the catch, right? Can you be able to catch the football and be able to get downfield? That's going to be a key for the Chargers.
It's all important yak yards.
Got to be able to catch it first, though. Don't look upfield early, right? Catch it, watch it into your hands, and then turn around, take off field.
The skill players for the Chargers do have the speed factor. So, if they can get some open space, I think there's some yards to be made there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, too. And the blocking up front the last couple games has been pretty good.
Well, they're going against a couple D1 prospects for South Park, so it's going to be a tall order. But
2nd down and 10. Cables takes the snap. He's going to drop back again. Now he steps up looking for something, and he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Well, you do see the Chargers coming out aggressive. First 2 plays, passing plays downfield, and again, it was good coverage by South Park. The line collapsed pretty quick on Cavles. He should have just tucked it and ran early.
Well, the pressure came from the left end. Parker Cunningham, number 77. He's one of those D1 prospects. He is going to James Madison next year. So,
and JMU having a big-time year so far.
Yeah.
It's a great program to be at.
So James Madison takes down an Akron Zip.
Yeah.
Right there on that play.
My man Anthony DeMichael's coaching over there.
3rd and 10, trips to the short side. Cables, he's going to roll to his right, looking, pumps, throws, caught by Speedy. And, now they're going to say it's incomplete. He lost the ball. Looked like he had it, but couldn't quite complete the catch.
It really did look like he had it. Good job by Cavles to roll out of the pocket, keep the play alive, and they would have had a 1st down there. That was a terrific throw. Speedy just couldn't come up with it.
I think that was one of those incompletions where they continued to play after he hit the ground, and he just couldn't maintain possession.
Right.
Because he had it when he was in the air, when he dove for it.
Up here it looked like he had it. He come to the ground and just lost it.
So now Altmaier will have to punt from his own end zone. 2 punts to start off this game. Catches it, gets it away. It's high, and it is going to sail out of bounds at the 36. Let's see where the ref marks it. And
it should be pretty close there.
Say that's right at the 36-yard line. So the Eagles have great field position on their 2nd drive of the game.
Not a bad pump by Patty there. He had time, but just a little bit too much hang time. And South Park's going to get some decent field position here.
defense is going to have to come up big again. Hey, a programming note for you soccer fans. OLSH Sports Network is going to be covering the boys and girls soccer games on Monday and Tuesday. Both start at 5:30. Be sure it'll be audio only, so make sure you listen in.
South Park handed off, and he's going to keep his legs turning all the way up to the 29-yard line. And it looks like there's a flag down.
And that was DeRue with the run. The ball did come loose.
Holding.
The Chargers come up with it, but yeah, this one's being called back. So good deal for the Chargers. That'll push the Eagles back a little bit further from their original starting position. So the hold occurred past the line of scrimmage, so it was 1 yard upfield, so it was a loss of 9. It'll be 1st and 19.
Well, that helps the Chargers big time there.
Yeah, that's big. If you can stunt their run game early, that's going to have them lose confidence potentially. There's Lindsey. Rolls to his left, looking like he's just going to keep it, and he's going to get it up to about the 40-yard line.
That's all the Chargers defense has to do there. Contain them, force them to the sidelines. Good job not letting them turn back and cut upfield. South Park there trying to run the triple option. Good coverage by the Chargers.
So 2nd down and 15 now for the Eagles. Looking to get it back here after the penalty. Short run on 1st down. Lindsey takes the snap, fakes it, and now he keeps it. And he's going up the field. He has some space, trying to get to the outside. He's going to be brought down right at the 25-yard line. 1st down, Eagles.
Now that's what can't happen. And that time, South Park does a great job at setting up to look like they were going to pass downfield, and then Lindsey just fakes the handoff and keeps it. Picks up a great gain and 1st down. Good blocking upfield by South Park.
Just under 8:30 to go here in the 1st quarter. And we have a stoppage here.
I think they're going to make Lindsey go off the field for, I don't know if it's an injury or equipment issue. The official pointed Robert Lindsey and said, you need to go to the sidelines. Let's see if South Park uses the timeout or if they send another player in. Yep, they're going to send somebody else in.
Looks like Brown's going to receive the snap
Yeah.
here.
Ramadi comes in.
Or maybe even DeRue. I think maybe DeRue's, he's going to
DeRue.
receive it.
DeRue takes it, fakes it to Brown. He's going to keep it going up the middle. He's rumbling through the Charger defense, and he's going to be right at the 14-yard line, which is the 1st down marker.
Yep. He
Chargers.
Gets 10. 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, right now the run defense has been great up until the last 2 plays.
They will give them the 1st down. So it'll be 1st down and 10 from the 14.
And Lindsey comes back in for the Eagles.
Lindsey through to the bottom, takes the snap, hands it off to DeRue. DeRue up the middle, and he is down inside the Charger 5-yard line.
DeRue very explosive in that time. Again, gets a good hole, runs right up the middle, has a chance here in South Park knocking on the door to score a touchdown.
I mean, it just looked like he had the ball and then he was 10 yards down the field.
I know, and that's the last couple plays. It's looked like that. The Chargers going to have to do some adjustments here and make sure they put more people in the box if they're going to be able to run up the middle like that.
I believe the Chargers just took their first time out, did they not?
Yes, they did.
Hey, we want to give a shout out to one of our OLSH buddies, Jamie Usual, working over at RMU. Hope you're doing well over there, Jamie. Your dad said that you were working RMU, but he wasn't sure what if you were doing a hockey game or a soccer game or what you were doing, but you were over there working, and hope your day goes well, and let's cheer on the Chargers. I know you'd rather be here, right?
My man Jamie does it all. There's not one sporting event he's not helping out at. Man, love you, Jamie. Miss you. Haven't seen you in a while. I thought I would get to see you after these couple weeks, but he's either at the Penguins, Pitt, something. Robert Morris.
He's sold out.
He's sold out. First and goal for the Eagles.
Tight formation here.
And
it'll go from 3 to 1.5.
Dead ball. Encroachment, Chargers. Guess what? It's still first and goal, just a little closer now.
Lindsey is under center. He's got a couple options here. Gives it to DeRue, and DeRue is in. Touchdown, Eagles. They strike first here in this game.
And we said it in pregame. It's a heavy running game, and you saw one pass that really didn't connect, and everything else is on the ground. And South Park pretty much had their way on that drive.
Yeah, just a solid drive by South Park. Obviously, they took that penalty early, but it didn't stop them much. Kept it on the ground, good blocking up front, and they get in the end zone.
The extra point is good. So the Eagles will make it 7-0. They score a touchdown on their second drive, and now the Chargers are going to need to respond. 7:30 to go here in the first quarter.
Hey, thank you to our football sponsors, Brewer Airport Toyota, located at 8900 University Boulevard, Moon Township. Their phone number is 412-265-4743. Also, we want to thank Doughboys Pizza, located at 508 Island Avenue in McKees Rocks, and you can contact them at 412-771-1030. And also, we want to thank Archangel Gabriel School. Thank you for your support.
So now the Eagles ready to kick this one away. And we get the ready for play, and the ball is in the air down the middle. Hawkins is going to catch it at the 6, looking to make a play. Now he's cutting to the outside. He has some room, breaks one tackle, and now he's spun down at the 40-yard line. Great return for Hawking, and that's where the Chargers will get the ball.
There you go. That's a big-time return there. Finally get some space and room to operate, and good job by Hawkins to get some good field position for the Chargers. And right now, that's what they need to march down and have some success on this drive. A little bit of field position, get some comfortability away from the end zone.
Well, the Chargers dropped back to pass 3 times on their opening drive.
Man, I can't get over the weather here, guys. Not a cloud in the sky. It's blue sky, and lots of nice sun.
Nothing like a couple weeks ago.
Let's enjoy it, right?
Cavils takes the snap. He's going to drop back again. He throws. This one's going to be caught by John Anderson along the sideline. They'll say it's a gain of 4 to the 44-yard line.
And we've talked about it several times over the couple weeks, guys. Cavils, I think when he gets some time and he has some patience back in the pocket, he can make some plays. And our wideouts are super talented, but you just got to give him an opportunity, and that's why the line has to be so good today.
Yeah, with those 4 guys out there, one of them is going to get open.
You would think.
I mean, they're pretty super athletic and talented, skilled on the outside.
Cavils takes the snap, play action, throws, Speedy with the catch. He's going to try to get to the outside, and he will, but there's a marker down. He got up to the Eagle 47-yard line. It would be enough for a first down, but we will check the flag.
Yeah, I think a little bit of holding there. That might be coming back.
I think so. It would have been good enough for a first down. However, We're having a discussion.
And maybe they'll pick it up.
Oh, they're going to march it off here. You'll see this call.
And it's a hold on the Chargers. So that will back them up. We'll have to see exactly where.
It'll be 2nd down and 9.
So it'll be a loss of 3 yards after the penalty, but the Chargers still have it 2nd down.
And that hurts. You get to ball in your playmaker's hands, and you pick up a good gain and 1st down, and then it comes back with a penalty.
Cables has 2 to each side, takes the snap, throws it to Speedy again, and Speedy has the ball at the 45-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 5.
I will say this, if the Chargers can manage to just pick up a couple yards, I mean, when you're okay with the comeback routes and the out routes. If Cables can just pick up a couple yards here and there, that's all you need, and then eventually it's going to open up your running game with Chatfield or even Cables, you know, holding on to the football and using his legs.
Chatfield is in the backfield with him.
Cables has 2 to each side again. Takes the snap. He's going to drop back again. Throws, and it's incomplete. Off the hands of Ty Hawkins, and it's 4th down.
That was a great route run by Hawkins there, and he definitely got grabbed there. It looked like it from up here, but they don't call it. Officials don't see it, and he's talking about it now while he's walking back to the huddle. I think if he catches that ball, he's up the field.
He's still running.
Yeah,
he's
20,
still
30
running.
yards. He might get in the end zone with that.
Because there was a lot of green space out there with that one man to beat.
Man, Chargers looking like they're going to roll the dice here a little bit.
Well, the punting unit was coming on, and then Cables was yelling at them to get off the field. So the Chargers will go for it. 4th down and 5. Cables takes the snap. He's going to keep it. And can he get there? Yes, he can. 1st down, Chargers. He lost the ball at the end of the play, but he was down.
Yeah.
Well, he called his own number there. He waved off the punt team and said, I'm taking this into my own hands. I'm keeping the football, and I'm picking up this 1st down and keep this drive alive. And that's the type of grittiness that you need in a game like this, playing the #1 team in 2A.
Right.
Chargers have it up at the Eagle 47-yard line. Cables takes the snap. He's going to throw again to Speedy, and he bobbled it but caught it up around the 40-yard line.
Well, if South Park's not going to have press coverage here and not step up and challenge the Chargers at the line of scrimmage, you're going to keep picking up 5-6 yards.
6 minutes left here in the 1st quarter.
Well, I like what the Chargers and Cables are doing, taking what they're given.
Right.
So,
they're just
being
simple right now and picking up yardage.
Yeah, sticking with 2 to each side here. Cables takes the snap. They give it to Chatfield this time, and he is going to get right around the marker. Let's see if they give it to him. And they will. 1st down, Chargers.
Yeah, it looked like he picked it up there. Good job by Chatfield. That's all you need. And again, that's what we talked about. Take a couple yards on the catch, and then let Chatfield or Cables pick up the 1st down. But they don't give it to him.
Yeah,
they say it's 3rd down.
Oh, they're saying he's short. Okay, 3rd and 1.
Cables drops back, throws, Speedy with the catch, 1st down. Up to the 33. And we have a member of the South Park Eagles down on the field.
Yeah, and the training staff of the Chargers on it immediately, so they saw something right away.
Yeah, I think that was a tough tackle there, maybe awkward tackle. We hope he's okay.
Chargers all take a knee.
So, hey, while we got a minute, if you want more information on the Chargers for roster stories and more, visit www.olshathletics.org. Special thanks to our website sponsor, Covenant Financial Advisors. And once again, I want to remind you that on Monday and Tuesday at 5:30, we'll have the audio coverage of the boys. First the girls on Monday and the boys soccer games. The girls will take on Riverside on Monday at 5:30, and the boys will take on the Carlington Cougars at 5:30 on Tuesday. So hope you can join us. It'll be Tyler Rogers and Grant Kalish on the call.
It was Quentin Napper was the Eagle that was down. He'll walk off to the sideline, and it'll be first down and 10 for the Chargers.
Well, good to see him get up and walk off on his own power there.
Cables takes the snap, looks, throws, and it's through the hands of Anderson, 2nd and 10.
But the Chargers are getting what they want here. They're getting great opportunities. 5-6 yards, comeback route, out routes. They're there. That time Anderson just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, that looked like how the Chargers were early in the year, just like kind of going through the hands of receivers, just couldn't quite click and get it.
They're not used to this great weather, guys.
Yeah, no, right. It's been some terrible weather on Friday nights up until now.
Yeah. But no, the good news is the Charger receivers are getting themselves open, and Cables is finding them.
2nd and 10, Cables drops back under pressure, looking down the field, throws it down the field, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Eagles, and it is Wyatt Markovich with the interception.
And just an unfortunate bad decision there by Cables. He keeps the play alive by using his feet. A little bit of pressure by South Park. They get in the backfield and chase him out of the pocket, but he just throws a bad one. Should have just threw it away or stepped out of bounds, keep the drive alive.
And on a unfortunate play for the Chargers, another great block in the backfield by Chatfield. He did another great job buying Cable some more time back there. He's doing a great job.
I agree, and the thing that hurts about that one too is you were withstanding a good drive.
Yes.
You even got it on 4th down to keep the drive alive.
So the Eagles will have it at the 20-yard line. Lindsey gives it to DeRue, and DeRue fighting with a couple of Chargers, and he will gain 4 yards to the 24-yard line.
Good job by Schultz to get in the backfield quick there and bring down DeRue, and that's what the Chargers defense has to do here. They can't let them loose for these big 10 to 12-yard runs to pick up first downs and keep the drive alive.
Just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Next week, these Chargers will make the trip out to Munhall, and they'll take on the Steel Valley Ironmen. Another tough game. Ironmen currently ranked number 5 in 2A, so it doesn't get any easier.
No, it does not.
Lindsey takes the snap, he hands it off, and Brown bounces to the outside, looking for some room, and he's spun out of bounds, but he gets a first down to the 33-yard line.
DeRue just, that was Brown, sorry. He was just making plays with his feet and doing a good job to get to the outside, and that moves the sticks for South Park.
And if you're a basketball fan, the two main running backs for the South Park Eagles, Brown and DeRue, they're some of their star basketball players too. So
yeah, we know in the past their basketball team's been pretty good.
Dynamic.
And they got some height and length and shoot the three well.
But we're not in the same classification anymore.
Right.
Yeah, those were some fun games last year.
Yeah, they were. Boys basketball will be down to 2A again. They paid their penalty.
Lindsey, he's going to keep it. Rolls right. Cable's in pursuit, and he throws it away. There's no one in the area.
There should be a flag there. There was nobody in the vicinity. I mean, nobody on that side of the field. But they're not going to call it.
And that's what the Chargers defense needs more of. Cavels being able to disrupt back there, getting to the backfield, and that time doing a good job at being able to be in pursuit. Thought it should have been a flag too.
So now the Chargers have to back up, get behind the football here on 2nd down and 10. Lindsey, this time he gives it to DeRue. DeRue looking for some room, and he carries the Chargers down to the 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
When DeRue gets some time back there and is able to find a hole. He's did a good job so far of picking up some great yardage. The Chargers got to do a better job filling the gaps. Be a big third down here. See if the Chargers defense can get off the field.
See Speedy getting taped up down there on the bench.
Big play, 3rd down and 1. Lindsey gives it to DeRue. DeRue has the first down and more to the 50-yard line.
The official takes a spill.
Three minutes left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, the Chargers can't let the Eagles score here. They need to stop them.
Yeah, this is one thing. They can't let them march down the field
Right.
and be able to run some clock here and go up 2 scores.
Eagles going back that full house formation.
Need Zay to make a play here. What do you say?
They hand it off to Brown. Brown has a lot of room.
He's gone.
Makes guys miss. Brown's at the 20, and he is gone. Touchdown, Eagles, with 2:21 to go in the first quarter.
And Brown gets some great blocking up front, and just one cutback gets to the outside, and he takes it to the house. Good run by Brown, and unfortunately for the Chargers, can't come up with a stop. And I don't know, now that puts them in a little bit of a hole. Down 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, just said it. They couldn't let him score there, and the next play he goes 50 yards.
Here comes the extra point for the Eagles, and the snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So the Eagles jump out to an early 14-0 lead over the Chargers, and the Chargers are going to need to get the defense going against the running attack of DeRue.
Colson Haynes with the extra point there, a sophomore for the Eagles. Does the kickoff duties as well.
And it's not like the Chargers are playing bad. They've had opportunities, and they've been able to stop South Park for the most part, but just those couple times, DeRue's found holes, and he's super explosive, able to pick up some good yardage, and that time Brown taking it to the house.
Looking down on the sidelines, and there's a cluster of alumni football players down there on the sidelines having a good time. Probably wishing they could get in there and help the Chargers right now.
Most definitely, and hopefully they can get that sideline fired up a little bit. Chargers got to find some life here. I think if they can get a good drive together and put the ball in the end zone, then you know what I mean, now you're down a touchdown and you start to feel a little better about yourself.
The kick is away, and Hawkins is under it, gets it at the 6 again, and now he's trying to go the other way. And he tries to leap over some guys, and he lost the ball. And it's picked up by the Eagles and run back to the 10-yard line. It's Sebastian Scalon on the recovery, and a disaster for the Chargers.
Eli Nestor, it's for the moment, touchdown-saving tackle on that fumble. And that's just a matter of Hawkins trying to do too much.
Yeah, it was just, he's trying to jump through 2 defenders there. Wasn't there. Obviously, just take the tackle and go down. Right now, the last thing you want to do is turn the football over and give South Park pretty position to go up 3 scores now.
Yeah, they're inside the 10 at the 9-yard line, first and goal.
So Lindsey and the Eagles trying to punch this one in, and would really put the Chargers at a big deficit. He is going to keep this one, and he gets it up inside the 5. They'll say around the 4-yard line.
The read option has been good for South Park so far, is getting in that full house, and Lindsey just picking and choosing what he wants to do. If he wants to keep the football, he keeps it. If not, hand off to Brown, hand off to DeRue, and so far it's been pretty effective for him.
Second down and goal. Now, South Park goes empty, and they are going to give it to Brown on a jet sweep. He breaks one tackle, but he cannot get through the rest. He's going to be all the way back at the 9-yard line, and all of a sudden it's third down.
Van Cable's first Charger there.
And the Chargers could get a big stop here, be able to give themselves some energy here and a little bit of life.
A little spark.
Good job by Cavels and Chris Harris to get in there.
Oh, is that the second? I couldn't see who the second.
Yeah, it was Chris Harris. And then the South Park's tried that jet sweep a couple times and haven't got anything on it.
Yeah, it seems like the Eagles' problem is that they kind of outdo themselves. You know, they've been running the ball so well, and they've just been almost getting bored of it, and then they run a play like that, and it sets them back, and we have a timeout here by South Park. But, you know, and the other thing is that the Chargers, they've been doing the same thing. They've only run the ball 2 times so far. Cables has only kept it once. That was so successful the last couple of weeks, and if you're a play caller, you cannot get bored of what's so successful.
Yeah, you got to keep the foot on the gas and keep working with what you got. But, yeah, I mean, the Chargers just need another opportunity. I think both times they've made some good plays and were able to move the football a little bit, but just couldn't get in the end zone.
Yeah, and if you heard our broadcast and heard me talk, I'm a proponent of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Run a play until they prove that they can stop it. And that's exactly what South Park did not do there.
Right. I mean, if you're the Chargers right here, if you can force the Eagles at least kick a field goal
right
here, I mean, that's still better than nothing. And for the Eagles over there, they're just trying to get some points after a turnover in a good spot here.
43 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Eagles go back to the full house set. Third down and goal.
That's an interesting set.
From the 9. Lindsey takes it, hands it off, and he's going to get into the end zone. There's a flag down. There is a big flag down for the moment. DeRue is in for the third score for the Eagles, but we will check that marker.
I think this one's coming back, Grant. That's in the area of hold. Yep, that's a preliminary signal. So the Eagles will be walking back further. So if we're going to get a field goal, this is going to make it even harder.
Yeah, and it might be one of those things where the Eagles are thinking about, hey, we got a 2-touchdown lead. We're the number 1 team in 2A. We're just going to go for it. And maybe for the Chargers, you come up with 2 big stops here and able to get the football back, and turnover doesn't hurt you.
They mark it at the 18. This would be so big for the Charger defense, for obviously the scoreboard, but for their morale, too, going forth in this game.
Yeah, the mental psyche, no
also,
doubt.
what you're hoping here for is the Eagles to throw the ball.
And get a pick.
Lindsey now just has DeRue in the backfield. Takes the snap. He's going to drop back to throw. He pumps. Now he rolls left. There's a flag down. He's stepping up. He's going to keep it, and he has some space. And he spins away from Charger defenders, and he's down to the 2-yard line. We will check that marker.
Yeah, I think you're going back again, Grant. I think another hold on the Eagles. The Chargers pushing the defense, the offensive line up the field and pressure and Levy, and I think the Eagles are going to be walking backwards for a second straight play.
And it is a hold on the Eagles, so it's going to be third down and a very long ways.
The Eagle fans down in front of the press box here aren't happy with the call, but it was out in the middle of the field. I mean, it was easy to see. I saw it from up here.
Well, and the penalties right now for the Eagles are helping the Chargers big time. Again, if the Chargers can get off the field here with no points by the Eagles, that's huge.
And they're all the way back to the 28-yard line.
Third down and goal from the 28, but first, the first quarter will come to a close, so the Eagles will try to punch it in on the other side as they will take a 14-0 lead into the second quarter.
Hey, don't go away. We'll be right back after this message here on the OLSH Sports Network.
And we welcome you back here to Moon Stadium, where the Chargers have a big play coming up. They've got to make sure that they keep the Eagles out of the end zone and out of field goal and going for it range. They cannot give up a score at this point in the game. It's got to remain a 2-score game, and the penalties have really helped them get in position.
I got to agree with you, Grant. When this series started after the fumble and recovery by South Park, you were thinking, okay, let's just hold them to a field goal. At this point, backward the ball is now on the 28-yard line. If you're a Chargers, you're thinking, let's keep them off the scoreboard, period.
Yeah, you definitely got to keep them off the scoreboard. They're too good of a football team to be able to be down 3 scores.
Takes the snap. He's going to drop back. Lindsey going deep, and it's incomplete, and they're going to throw a flag. Brown was the intended receiver, and that'll be the 3rd flag of this series, but this one's going to go against the Chargers.
Yeah, that one's tough there. Good coverage downfield, but just creates contact before the football gets to him, and South Park picks up good yardage on a penalty here, but that's a tough call, guys. I mean, I know I say that because we're for the Chargers, but, I mean, let them play a little bit of contact. Never hurts anybody.
The issue there is he didn't play the ball. He played the player.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think the Eagle player jumped right into the Chargers guys. So
the thing is it's not an automatic first down, so it's still 3rd down and goal.
Right.
But now it's from the 14.
So we are moving all over the place.
Yeah, can't figure it out here.
We started at the 9. We've been all the way back at the 28. Now we're up to the 14.
And we played the 3rd down 4 times.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this is the last time you play 3rd down and you get the 4th.
Right.
Lindsey drops back, looks, had a wide open man. Hole. Now he rolls to his right, throws to the end zone, and it's incomplete. And it is 4th down.
Great play by Swigert to knock that ball away. And you're right, Grant, I don't see any flags.
Good job by the Chargers defense there. Swigert, great job. And now you got a big-time chance here. This should fire you up if you can get a stop.
I think they're keeping the offense out here to the South Park Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You're up 14-0. You're in the 2nd quarter here. You're the #1 team in 2A.
Very surprising that if this was a consideration that they would not run on 3rd down.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that they didn't run. They've had so much success so early in this game, but
empty set now.
You got to keep a quarterback spy here, though. Lindsey can run.
Lindsey takes the snap. He's going to roll to his left, looking, and now he has room. He sets his feet, throws to the end zone. It's over the head of everyone, and the Chargers will take over on downs after an extensive goal line stand.
That's huge for the Chargers defense and for the morale of that sideline. And right now, yeah, that's a big-time stop.
That sideline is fired up, and circle that series of although it was very long, circle that because that's huge in this game, especially if the Chargers are able to work their way back into this.
Right, that can be something we're talking about later that can define the turnout of this game. But for the Chargers now, you need to take what the defense giving you again. Make sure you march down the field. Don't turn the football over and give yourself a chance to get 7 on the board.
Cables finally back on the field with the offense, 2 to each side for him.
And bad news is I see Speedy on the sidelines.
Takes the snap, hands it off Chatfield, and he is going to get a gain of 2 yards to the 21-yard line, or to the 16-yard line.
Tough thing for Speedy. He's been injured so many times in the last couple of years. You feel for the kid. Hopefully he's not hurt bad enough that he can come back in this game at some point in time.
You're going to give him 3 yards on that, Grant, so it'll be 2nd and 7.
Cables takes the snap. Quick throw to the outside. It's caught. There is some room, but he couldn't quite slip through, but it's a 1st down for the Chargers. Nice play. Hawkins with the reception.
Swagger. And that's a good bubble screen there.
Yeah, and back to Speedy Davis. Looks like he's limping around. It's that same nagging injury that he's had all season, on and off.
Yeah, it's tough to see because he's been so great on the defensive end, and obviously he's a spark offensively.
He's got his head down talking to Aaron Natupski.
Cables, he's going to keep it this time, and he bounces to the outside. He has some room, and a great play for the Chargers. First down to the 39.
That's a great idea by Cables here.
It was a great play, but I was a little nervous. He was holding that football like a loaf of bread.
I know. And it looked like he was pretty athletic there.
Yeah.
He went up and over to one defender with the ball and manages to hold on and pick up the first down. But here for the Chargers, I mean, you got to keep doing what you're doing. Mix in Cables running the football. Maybe you hand the ball off to Chatfield, but just take what the defense has given you. I haven't seen press coverage except for one play this drive.
Cables takes the snap. He is going to pump. He is going to go deep for Hawkins, and it's incomplete. Almost intercepted there, and it'll just be second down. 9:48 to go in the second quarter.
Double coverage downfield, but Hawkins almost comes up with the football. Cables put it where only he could get it, and it did hit his hands, but he couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, an exceptional play there. I think it was Levy on the defensive side of the ball. Or Lindsey. What did I say, Levy? Lindsey.
Yeah, see if they could find Schultz across the middle here.
Yet to find him today. Cables drops back, pumps to Schultz, and he is hit hard, and the ball is out. It's fallen on by the Chargers, and that was a big hit by the Eagles.
And that pocket collapsed pretty quick. Cables didn't have too much time, and he had a couple guys across the middle that were wide open in that Eagles zone defense, but Cables just couldn't get rid of it in time. I think he's seen Ty across the middle.
Yeah, he was getting ready to let go.
So now it'll be third down and 20. The line to gain is the 50-yard line.
So just as the South Park Eagles last series went backwards, the Chargers doing the same here.
I think from first and second one they were open because the back room in the bubble, he never looked.
Third and 20, Cables rolls, stops, throws it deep for Anderson, and it's caught. What a play by John Anderson. He kind of tips it to himself with one hand and hauls it in way down the field.
Wow, what a big-time play by Anderson there, and Haynes on the coverage, but just one-on-one matchup. Anderson gets past him, and good ball by Cables right in the pocket, and Anderson, a little, acrobatic act there, catching it with one hand.
Great job by Cables to see him. Great job by Anderson, as you said, Grant. A one-hand tip to himself for that catch.
Chargers get to the line quick. Cables throws, and it's caught up to the 25-yard line. That was Schultz on the catch.
And again, Cables finding Schultz across the middle, picking up a couple yards.
Looks like 4 picked up.
Keep taking what the defense is giving you. If they're going to play in that zone defense, right, the Chargers need to do here is just find the soft spot.
Right.
8 minutes left in the quarter. Cables has 3 to the bottom. Takes the snap, and we have a flag before.
I think somebody moved. Yep.
So it will be second down and 11 for the Chargers.
I think there's a flag here.
Yeah, it was false start on the Chargers.
I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anybody.
I didn't see who jumped.
Must have been somebody on the far side because the side judge on the far side is one that threw the flag. So
it looked like the Chargers going back to that bubble screen there and trying to get Hawkins on the outside.
that make it 2nd and 11?
Well, the
Chargers are arguing it should be the play clock should have started. They're going to have to call a timeout here. I agree, because they had the play clock running while they were walking off the penalty.
Yeah, and that's what they're talking about right here too.
The whole coaching staff was making the signal for play clock.
Yeah, right. And in the last two plays here, obviously, we didn't see anybody go off sides, and now you have a play clock problem, and the Chargers here, frustrated, have to take a timeout.
Hey, the 3rd annual OLSH Trivia Night benefiting the Athletic General Fund returns on Saturday, October 12th at the Hub in Coraopolis. Assemble your team of 8 and get ready to test your knowledge. Only 15 tables are available, so secure yours before it's too late. For more information and to register, visit olshejoinme.org/registration. And again, I want to remind you, audio-only coverage of the girls versus Riverside out at Youthtown on Monday at 5:30, and also on Tuesday, the boys versus Carlington at 5:30 out at Youthtown. We'll have you covered there, audio-only. Grant Kalish and Tyler Rogers on the call for you here on the OLSH Sports Network.
2nd down and 11. Cables drops back. He pumps. He's going to go deep, and it's incomplete. Looking for Anderson, but it's broken up by the Eagles. 3rd down.
Is that Brown over there on the coverage?
Yeah.
A good pump by Cavels to get the defense to jump. He had Anderson running down the sideline, but Brown on pursuit there to knock that ball away. I think this is one of these plays, guys, where Cable's going to have to keep it, use his legs here, see if he can pick up something.
And they are going to say there's a flag down. It appears.
Hold on the Chargers.
So instead of 3rd down and 11, it'll be 2nd down and 21. But the Chargers, they converted a long 3rd down on this drive, so maybe they can convert this one too.
This is 2 times now, guys, that we haven't seen any holding, but they've called it.
Seven minutes left in the quarter. Cables takes the snap, steps up, looks for something, trying to break a tackle, still trying to get out of there, and he is going to be spun down for a loss of 2 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 23.
And that's tough to see there, guys. Cavels could have just tucked and ran, but elected to try to keep the play alive in the pocket collapse and just couldn't get a throw off. And this good drive now stalling a little bit with a couple penalties. Putting the Chargers in a tough situation here, because obviously you're probably in 4-down territory still to at least give yourself a chance.
Yeah, keep in mind the yard to gain is the 21, so.
And we get
the
3rd timeout of the half by the Chargers.
Coach Militzer yelling at the official, at the referee, and I can't blame him.
Yeah, these guys have a reason to be fired up. The last couple plays just inconsistent by the refs. And the Chargers here got their backs against the wall a little bit. 3rd and 23, a long way to go to pick up this 1st down and keep the drive alive.
Yeah, it's very tough for the Chargers. They're playing one of the top teams in 2A, and the officials are just like, you know, they're not making it clear what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to do a good job here at executing the next play, and hopefully you're able to keep the drive alive.
Well, we got a medical emergency here in the stands over in the South Park side.
And this is never good, guys. Don't want to see this happening.
It's basically right down in front of us, guys.
Well, there's a lot of people here that can certainly help anyone in need.
Here comes the some of the emergency training staff for the Chargers.
Yeah, and we see the Eagles training staff running across the field,
Yeah,
trying to get up.
they're
into the
coming here
stands to
too.
help.
Yeah, I think we're going to hold the game up here for a moment. The officials all looking up into the stands. We'll take a break, folks. We'll come back after this message. Don't you go away. Here at the OLSH Sports Network.
When I enter the door, I feel welcome. My child feels welcome. What drew us and kept us was the sincere rooting and faith.
They really care about your kids on an academic level and also as a person.
It's a safe place for our kids to really stretch and grow. There's just so many opportunities.
They have something that will make a child succeed and thrive.
If you want a good college prep school, this is it.
We've had such a positive experience here. We really can't say enough of how blessed we are by OLSH.
Join us for our fall open house on Sunday, October 20th from 1 to 3.
We welcome you back here to Moon Stadium as both teams take a knee, but the medical staff is talking to the person down in the stands, and she appears to be responsive and talking to them. So trying to get some fluids in, and we have some of the medical personnel here at these football games.
Yeah, and Valley Ambulance staff bringing the gurney over, just precautionary, I'm sure.
Yeah, good to see how fast they got on top of that, though.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to see it, but if there was a place to pass out, this is certainly a good one because there's so much
a lot of people.
help that you can get.
So just a review here, what went on yesterday, what's going on today. This is in 2A in the Allegheny Conference. That's our conference, the Chargers Conference. This is the only game, South Park at Sacred Heart, Our Lady of Sacred Heart. And in the Midwestern Conference, going on at the same time as Elwood City at Western Beaver. So those are the only two games in 2A going on. And yesterday there was a plethora. We'll go over those at halftime. But looks like we're getting ready to get back underway here.
3rd down and 23 for the Chargers. You'd imagine they'd have to get about half of it to consider going for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
Cables is going to have 3 to the top. And he takes the snap. Quick throw out to Schultz. Schultz with the catch, and he's not. No, he spins out of it. Schultz looking for something. He's going to get up to the 39, so it looked like he was not going to get anything. Instead, he gained 5, so it'll still be 4th down and long.
Try to run a bubble screen for Schultz there and tried to get Chatfield out there to block for him, but just South Park all over it.
You know, if I'm the Chargers right now, I just go for it and get what you can. If you happen to pick up the 1st down, so be it. If not, it's, you know, you don't want to punt it right here.
Right. You're definitely trying to pick up this 1st down, see if you can get it in the air and get something close to the sticks. Maybe you get a personal foul down the field.
Cables takes the snap. He looks. He rolls to his left. Now works his way back to his right. He looks. He throws across the field, and it's incomplete. It was in the hands of Schultz. Nice break up there by the Eagles. And now they will take over on downs.
Wyatt Markovich from behind, knocking the ball out of the hands of the Chargers.
Well, I think Cables could have tucked and ran up the sideline there. It would have been a foot race to the sticks.
I totally agree, Christian.
5 minutes left here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, now you're in a spot, again, the Chargers defense going to have to come up with a big stop here. Not let the Eagles get in the end zone.
First and 10. Let's see if the Eagles go back to Daru. He's been so successful, but they kind of shied away from him down in that goal line area. From their own 39. Takes the snap, and he's going to keep it. It's Lindsey. Lindsey trying to get to the outside. Now he cuts it back upfield, and he's going to be brought down at the Charger 39-yard line. Big play for the Eagles.
Lindsey and Daru back there, they got a good job of just communicating and being able to run that option play. And Daru that time, I mean, I think it was literally in his hands.
Yeah.
And Lindsey at the last second pulled that out and picks up the big first down.
And Robert Lindsey did a great job of just following his blockers there. Didn't try to do too much, and he was reading his blockers and making the right cuts. Jake Boehm, late entry in here for the Chargers.
First and 10. Lindsey takes the snap, gives it to Daru, and Daru, once again, it's just like he has the ball, and he's 10 yards down the field. First down, Eagles.
Chargers got to figure out a way to get stops here on defense and stop the run game of the Eagles. It's been great all game.
Well, the Eagles, this is their 5th drive. They've had 2 scores. They've been stopped twice, 1 punt, 1 on downs. 3:50 to go in the half. Lindsey takes the snap. He's going to keep this one, looking for some room, tries to cut it back upfield. He's going to be brought down at around the 25-yard line.
Well, that'll work there. Chargers, great job sniffing out the keeper by Lindsey.
Let's see, Coach Mack down there assisting the paramedics with the South Park fan.
2nd down and 7. Lindsey takes the snap, gives this one to Daru. Daru makes a cut up the field, and he falls forward for another South Park first down. He's up to the 18-yard line.
Flag came in late here.
Yeah. This could be a dead ball afterwards. Personal foul against South Park, dead ball, and offsetting. So basically nothing happened.
Yep.
Yeah, the Chargers just getting tangled up after the play there in a little scruffle. And I just think that the referees right now haven't really took control of this game. Being kind of inconsistent.
Right. That's the thing. That's like in a baseball game, the umpires, if you're inconsistent with the strike zone, same thing here. One time it plays a penalty, and the next time it's not. So the players don't know what they're allowed to do.
Yeah, exactly. And you're getting both sidelines all fired up.
Lindsey takes a snap, gives this one to Brown. Brown looking for some room, and he tries to get forward, but he'll only gain about a yard. 2nd and 9.
Good job by the Chargers defense again. That jet sweep just hasn't worked for the Eagles so far. It's the one run play that the Chargers have stopped.
Harrison Massey in there on the tackle.
The Eagles break the huddle. 2 minutes left to go in the half. Really running out of time for a Charger response here. Lindsey takes the snap, gives it to Daru. Daru up the field, and he cuts through the Charger defense down to the 5. Another Eagles first down.
And that's all the Eagles want to do here is
Right.
just run the clock down, give themselves an opportunity to put more points on the board, go up 3 scores before halftime here. And the Chargers are going to have to come up with a big stop. Hopefully a turnover here would be nice.
Clock is running. Minute 35 left. They'll say it's at the 4. Lindsey's under center this time. Takes the snap, gives it to DeRue. DeRue trying to fight for the goal line, and he will be brought down by the Chargers at the 2.
Swaggart first to hit him in the backfield, and DeRue able to drag a couple Chargers with him for a couple yard pickup. It'll be second down.
Yeah, see if the Chargers front line here can come up with a big stop. Everybody's got to be in the box here. Hey, if they beat you with a throw, then tip your cap to them.
Yeah.
Under a minute left. It's second down and goal. Chargers have no timeouts, and the clock not a factor for the Eagles given their positioning on the field. Lindsey under center again.
Same play.
Takes the snap, hands it off, and he is in. Touchdown, Eagles, and it is 20-0 here in the first half with 36 seconds left for the Chargers to do something.
And that was Haynes there.
I thought that was number 10 going in there. Yeah.
Yeah, they got good blocking for him, and good job by Haynes to cut back.
And he's the one that's going to try to put the extra point up.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So Haynes puts 7 on the board himself for the Eagles, and the Chargers now down 21-0.
Hey, are you interested in supporting the Chargers? Visit www.olshathletics.org. Check out the fundraiser section in the fan zone tab for the latest fundraising opportunities. Also, I've been telling you all along, come to Youthtown and cheer on our soccer seniors. Senior recognition for the boys is on Tuesday. The girls are playing on Monday. And as I said, the girls play Riverside. And senior recognition for the boys team will take place on Tuesday the 8th as the Chargers take on the Carlington Cougars. Both games are at 5:30. You can't be there. Old Sports Network will for the audio-only coverage.
And the kick is kind of a missed kick. It's going to be fielded by Jacob Beam, and Jacob Beam trying to make a play. And now the Chargers have a chance to do something. They're going to get it at their own 47 with 32 seconds left.
Very surprised, guys, to see the Eagles little pooch kick there. I'm not I'm a little caught off guard because it gives the Chargers a chance to at least take a couple shots at the end zone. Cavles, he's got an arm.
My take on that, it was one of two things. Either it was a mistake or they were trying to pooch kick and it went a little bit too far.
Yeah, I mean, very surprised by it, though. I thought they would have just kicked it deep. Their defense has been good. You haven't gave up anything.
Right. I just think he miskicked it myself.
He must have. Got under it a little bit too much.
Well, Chargers have a chance to do something. They'll get the ball to start the second half so they can really work their way back into this game. But first they got to focus on scoring here. Cables takes the snap, drops back. Now he steps up, and he goes down, so that's really going to hurt their drive. Clock running. He gains nothing. 21 seconds left, and the clock is running.
Yeah, they can't stop it. They've used all their timeouts.
Right. The Chargers, they're kind of walking back slowly to the line of scrimmage. Cable seems upset.
Yeah, he's
and
mad.
He is just kind of going to walk off the field.
That'll be it.
So that is going to do it here for the first half. The Eagles dominating the Chargers on the scoreboard, 21-0. But the Chargers going to get the ball to start off the second half, and they'll look to make some plays of their own. But next, coming up, we'll have the homecoming ceremony at the half.
After the South Park band.
After the South Park band plays a number.
Well, we'll step aside, pay a couple bills, and we'll be back for the homecoming coverage, and we'll talk about what went on in the first half. So don't you dare go away. More Charger action coming your way.
Mr. Howard. I teach environmental science and anatomy and sometimes chemistry. And as my first year here at OLSH, I'm most excited to get to know all the new students and the community.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Rothenberger. I teach period 1 and 2 freshman biology. I'm super excited about my first year of teaching and I can't wait to get to know all of you.
Hi, this is Ms. Manuel. I'm going to be teaching Intro to Theater Arts this year, and I'm so excited to be back here for the school year, but mainly excited to be in the classroom.
I'm Mr. Witechko. I'm teaching Introduction to Video Production, and I can't wait to see what my students make this year.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Valacorsa. I teach music here at OLSH, and I am most excited this year to make music with my new choir.
Hi, I'm Dr. London. I teach Theology 3 and Latin. I'm excited to be back, especially among the students in the classroom full-time this year.
Good morning. My name is Sharon Mezzio. I am the latest addition to the main office here. I am the main office administrative assistant. Your positivity and warmth since I came to the school actually makes me feel right at home. So I'm looking forward to working with you all, and I'm happy to be here.
Consisting of drum majors Jared Thompson and Addie McDonald, woodwind captains Lily Briggs and Ashlyn Morris.
When I enter the door, I feel welcome. My child feels welcome. What drew us and kept us was the sincere rooting and faith.
They really care about your kids on an academic level and also as a person.
It's a safe place for our kids to really stretch and grow. There's just so many opportunities.
They have something that will make a child succeed and thrive.
If you want a good college prep school, this is it.
We've had such a positive experience here. We really can't say enough of how blessed we are by OLSH.
Join us for our fall open house on Sunday, October 20th from 1 to 3.
is Mr. Howard. I teach environmental science and anatomy and sometimes chemistry. And as my first year here at OLSH, I'm most excited to get to know all the new students and the community.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Rothenberger. I teach period 1 and 2 freshman biology. I'm super excited about my first year of teaching and I can't wait to get to know all of you.
Hi, this is Ms. Manuel. I'm going to be teaching Intro to Theater Arts this year, and I'm so excited to be back here for the school year, but mainly excited to be in the classroom.
I'm Mr. Witechko. I'm teaching Introduction to Video Production, and I can't wait to see what my students make this year.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Valacorsa. I teach music here at OLSH, and I am most excited this year to make music with my new choir.
Hi, I'm Dr. London. I teach Theology 3 and Latin. I'm excited to be back, especially among the students in the classroom full-time this year.
Good morning. My name is Sharon Mezio. I am the latest addition to the main office here. I am the main office administrative assistant. Your positivity and warmth since I came to the school actually makes me feel right at home. So I'm looking forward to working with you all, and I'm happy to be here.
Because especially last year, there were 4 teams that made it, right? So
Welcome back to Moon Stadium as South Park just finished up their band performance. We want you to join us for OLSH's Fall Open House on Sunday, October 20th from 1 to 3 p.m. Explore all that OLSH has to offer and see what makes OLSH the best independent Catholic high school in our region. Register now at www.olsh.org and click on Open House under the Admissions tab. We're getting ready for homecoming, and we'll give you Austin Hansen as he does his work here at Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. And we'll just turn his mic on, and when Austin's ready to go, he will go.
Welcome to Our Lady of the Sacred Heart High School's 2024 homecoming game. We'd especially like to welcome all of our OLSH alumni who have come back home. Whether you graduated last year or decades ago, you are forever a part of our Felician family. Thank you for your continued support. We are proud of our Felician heritage and faith-filled foundation that our sisters have put in place for all of our OLSH students, past, present, and future. Our homecoming royalty for this evening begins with Libby Gallick and Ethan Davis. Libby is the daughter of Teresa Gallick. Libby is a member of Regina Chaley Parish. Ethan Davis is the son of Tanisha Gardner. Ethan is a member of Ebenezer AME Church. Up next are Clara Gonta and Isaiah Field Schultz. Clara is the daughter of Eric Gonta and Dilaram Azamova. Clara is an international student from Belgium. Isaiah Field Schultz is the son of Kara Schultz and Elijah Fields. Isaiah attends services at Emmanuel United Methodist Church. Now presenting Emily Gallagher and Anthony Hansen. Emily is the daughter of Brenda and Julia Gautner and is a member of Divine Mercy Parish. Anthony is the son of Eric and Tracy Hansen. Anthony is a member of Our Lady of the Valley Parish. Up next, we have Claudia Irulo and PJ Hawking. Claudia is the daughter of Bobby and Joe Irulo. She is a member of Our Lady of the Valley Parish. PJ is the son of Laurel Schubert. He's a member of St. Isidore the Farmer Parish. Up next, we have Holly Kaminsky and Van Cavels. Holly is the daughter of Jeanette and John Kaminsky and is a member of the Most Sacred Heart of Jesus Parish. Van is the son of Nicole and Robert Cavels and is a member of Hill City Church. And last but certainly not least is Margaret Mary Sweeney and Gino Williams. Margaret Mary is the daughter of Laura Ann and Lee Sweeney. Margaret Mary is a member of Regina Chaley Parish. Gino is the son of Nikki and Travis Williams. Gino is a member of St. Catherine Labouré Parish. One more time, congratulations to the OLSH 2024 Homecoming Court. Now with one more round of applause and the moment we've all been waiting for. Your OLSH 2024 Homecoming Court is Margaret Mary Sweeney and Anthony Hansen. Congratulations to Margaret Mary and Anthony. Once again, thank you so much for coming to Our Lady of the Sacred Heart High School's 2024 Homecoming Game. One final round of applause for everyone who put this event together and our homecoming court.
And we want to thank Austin Hansen for announcing his brother becoming the king.
That's awesome.
And Miss Sweeney is the queen. So congratulations to those two. Congratulations to the entire court. So business at hand, guys. Being at that first order of business has been taken care of. Your thoughts, guys, on the first half? I saw some good and I saw some not so good, but what do you think?
Yeah, I think for the Chargers, couple drives stalled by a couple flags, and, you know, not being able to execute and be able to pick up the first downs or keep the drives alive when they needed to. But on the defensive end, I thought the defense has held up pretty well. I mean, obviously the score doesn't dictate that, 21-0 Eagles, but the Eagles a couple times, good runs on the ground. Obviously Brown had that big-time touchdown, about 50-plus yards. So right now for the Chargers, they need to make some adjustments on the defensive end to stop the ground game from the Eagles. And then on the offensive end, they got to keep taking what the defenses gave them because they've had some opportunities, but they got to find a way to get in the end zone for some points.
Well, you know, the thing that's been so successful for the Chargers has been Cable's running the ball, and he really hasn't done so far. And, you know, the Chargers, they had some success, those short passes, but now they just really haven't been able to put a whole drive together. They haven't had the greatest starting field position, so you wonder how much of a factor that's been for them. And then on the defensive side of the ball, they've given up 3 touchdowns on 5 drives, and, you know, that's kind of about where you'd expect to be facing such a good South Park team, such a great running attack with DeRue. So the Chargers, they certainly have an opportunity. They're not out of this game just yet, but they're going to need to put together a pretty good second half.
Well, you guys make great points. The one thing to note, though, is that the Chargers will get the ball to start the third quarter, and it's a head-scratcher for me, guys. You mentioned these long plays and a couple drives that the South Park Eagles had against the Chargers, but the one possession that South Park had that has a bright spot for me and hope for the Chargers is when that fumble on the kickoff and South Park had the ball in the red zone, and the Chargers stopped them cold. They had no points at all, not even a field goal. So, I mean, it can be done. The Chargers just have to focus, and they have to wrap up their tackles. I think against South Park, they're getting hands on the runners, but they're not wrapping them up. And I think if they can do that, I think the Chargers, as you guys said, have a chance here.
Yeah, I agree, and I think the Chargers up front have to do a better job, too, on the defensive end, especially trying to wrap up in the box there and make sure that DeRue and Levy and those guys can't get out and run. But I will say on the offensive end, the Chargers did a good job up front, giving Cable some protection. And like you said, Grant, whenever he can use his feet and get downfield a little bit, it's been successful for the Chargers.
Yeah, and the one thing we haven't seen is we have not really seen Schultz over the middle too much, him and Cables, and that's something the Chargers have been very successful with all season. And, you know, if you're just not quite getting the ball to all your playmakers, and the problem with Speedy, I mean, he's been on the sideline on and off so far today. So that's tough having him down, but, you know, you just got to have a play. Someone's got to make a play here on this first drive for the Chargers.
Great point, Grant. And I think one of the reasons that Schultz isn't getting the ball over the middle with that little slant is I think South Park has seen enough film that they know how to cover it, and they're shutting him down. But the other thing is Hawkins and Speedy has been in and out of the game, but Hawkins and Anderson need to pick up the slack, and I think they've had that opportunity, a couple drop balls. Otherwise, it might be a different ball game.
Yeah, the one thing I think the Chargers can get to, guys, is with the Eagles playing that zone defense, I think the middle has been taken up, like you said, Al, but Schultz has to find some soft spots in that middle. You know, always can't run to the same spot. Sometimes route running has to change a little bit. But the one thing that I think the Chargers did get is that one big-time play down the field to Anderson, and they've had some bright spots a couple times. They had Hawkins deep, too, single coverage on the outside. So I think that the Chargers are going to have to take some, looks downfield, try to get the ball over the top of that defense, and maybe you come up with something.
And I don't think it has to be totally in the air, guys. I think Chatfield and as you said, Grant, Cables need to use their legs, and I think that'll open things up even more in the air for them.
Yeah, I agree. And I think the Chargers have to be creative, too, on offense. They got to run some plays that they haven't ran all year, bring some stuff out of the bag. But, again, going back to the scoreboard, 21-0, I think the Chargers, if they can manage to sustain a nice drive here, get in the end zone, I think it's going to flip this game because they need some energy on that sideline. We haven't seen it all game, and if they pick up some energy, I think things will change.
Yeah, well, it being here Saturday, right? The guys, they're used to going out there Friday night. They have the whole day, like they're building up to it. And now it's kind of like they're just kind of thrown out on the field. And, we were really hoping that that would play to the advantage of the Chargers with South Park having to go up. They'd have to meet at their school early. They'd have to drive all the way over here. And the Chargers are kind of in their home area. But now they need to make a play. They got to wake up.
And some more great points. And as we talked to Coach Militzer this week out at Youthtown, as we were saying, it's Saturday game. Coach Militzer, if you remember, he said pregame that he ran it like a college workout this week. He had the certain day off, and then they did the walkthrough on Friday rather than on Thursday, and it was just like. And he kept telling the boys, This is what it's like the next level. This is your schedule. So
yes,
and he was kind of playing it up, and they were buying into it, and so it's a different feel playing on a Saturday when you're used to playing on Fridays. But hey, gear up for new Charger fashions from www.olshgear.com. Customize your gear with the You Pick apparel and represent your favorite team, and visit the sales section for discounted items. Also, there's no better way to see yourself as an OLSH student than to become an OLSH Charger for a day. All 8th grade students and transfers to grades 10 and 11, you're invited to join us as a shadow for the day and experience firsthand what it's like to be a student here at OLSH. Now, students will be assigned to a Charger ally, and that's your host for the day. You'll attend the classes, meet teachers and students, and eat lunch on us. Register for your experience at www.olsh.org/visit. And also this week, it's not only homecoming week, guys. It's OLSH is celebrating the Felician Sisters and the mission and heritage that makes our school such a special place. Check out our social media throughout the coming week and see how we are celebrating.
Yeah, our Mission and Heritage Week. Big week for the sisters back there. Yesterday, the feast of St. Francis, Sister Francine's feast day. So happy feast day to you, sister.
I was looking for her in the crowd here. I thought I saw her a moment ago, but it might not have been. But if you're not here, sister, wish you were. I know you're watching. And if you are here, I'm sorry I missed you.
Yeah, sister, I haven't seen you in a little while, so hopefully I get to see you soon here. Usually basketball games, I see her right away, but football, sneak up the backside of the steps and come up here to the booth.
But anyway, getting ready for second half action here.
So the Eagles going to kick it off to the Chargers, and they're looking to get something going, get some exciting play, strike quick here, get on the board, as it's going to be kicked short and fielded at the 25-yard line, and they are going to get up, breaking some tackles. Oh, and Nestor has some room. It's Nestor going down the sideline, and he is up to the 44-yard line. So here's what we're talking about, good starting field position for the Chargers.
This is what we want here. Good job by Nestor to get up there and give the Chargers great field position. And like I said, guys, if the Chargers can manage to get a good drive here, yeah. I think that'll change things.
Nice run back by Nestor there along the sideline, breaking a couple tackles, breaking free. Chargers will start in Eagle territory to start the third quarter.
So let's see what Cables and the offense has coming out of the half. They'll start with 3 to the top, and Anderson to the bottom. Takes the snap, looks, throws over the middle. It's caught. That's Hawkins, I think.
Yes.
And he is up to the 33-yard line. So a great play for the Chargers to start this one off.
It looks like the Chargers here are going to go hurry up, and this is something we haven't seen for a couple of weeks, and maybe this changes things too.
They're giving him a first down. I thought he was short.
First down. Cables looks, throws out, caught. Swagger trying to break a tackle. He'll spin up around the marker, and we'll see if they give the Chargers another first down.
Well, the Chargers are doing
and they will.
They're doing the right thing here.
Yeah.
Get the ball out quick. Again, take what the defense is giving you. If they're going to sit back 10 yards, go to the sticks, turn around, receive a pass from Cables and keep this drive alive, but I like to hurry up.
Yeah. Tempo, not letting South Park get their defense set.
From the 22-yard line, Cables takes the snap, looks, throws, and it's deflected there, and that's DeRoe on defense, almost making a play.
Now, that's one thing that the Chargers can't do, right? You're taking what the defense is giving you, but obviously when you keep running the same play, eventually the Eagles are going to understand and jump a route, and that's exactly what DeRoe did there.
So now the Chargers go a little bit slower here, breaking the huddle. They got 3 to the top on the short side. Anderson one-on-one all alone at the bottom.
I'd take a shot right here at Anderson.
Cables gives it to Chatfield. It's a reverse to Hawking. Hawking throws it to Anderson, and it's caught. John Anderson at the 7-yard line, and the Chargers do go to some trickery.
And there we go. We talked about being creative and a little reverse to Hawkins, and what a good throw to Anderson. But the flag comes in late.
There's a flag down out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Let's hope this isn't on the Chargers. This might have been like a late hit. He might have flung him out of bounds once. So I don't know.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. Anderson caught the ball and kind of tiptoed the line and stepped out of bounds, but
dead ball. Personal foul against South Park, so that'll move it even closer. So it'll be on 1st and goal from the 3.
Yeah, that's big for the Chargers. Not so much to get the 2 yards, but to not lose the 15. And now they have a quick start. It's only 41 seconds into this half, and they're looking to strike right now.
What a great call there. Good job by the Chargers coaching staff.
And we have some movement on the line first. It looked like South Park was running up there, and why not at the 3-yard line, but we will make sure. And no, looks like
I think there should be offsetting penalties here because South Park on the near side jumped across the line, and the slot back Ty jumped a little early, but they're saying South Park.
They're going to say a false start. And, you know, this is something that we've really been seeing in college and the NFL this year is whenever the defense moves up, they would call a delay of game on the defense because they made the offense move. And that's not something that they've done in the past, so it's probably not trickled down yet to high school. They're not looking for it as keenly as they are in the upper levels.
Well, we've seen this dog before. South Park did the same thing. It's now 1st and goal from the 8 instead of the 3.
Cables takes the snap, gives it to Chatfield. Chatfield gets up around the 5, so that's a good first down play for the Chargers as they're trying to punch it in.
I think the Chargers should go back to that play here, go option again, and this time have Cables
take it.
Keep the ball.
Right. Good call.
See if he can pick up some yardage and maybe even a touchdown here. You don't want to turn the football over here, so Chargers going to be probably a little conservative. Maybe you throw the ball, but got to watch what you do here. Got to be smart.
Cables 3 to the top. Anderson once again at the bottom. Takes the snap, fakes the pitch to Chatfield. He has some room. He bulldozes a man, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown Chargers. Van Cable says, get out of my way.
Cables lowers his shoulder, and the South Park player that got in Cable's way is not getting up. And immediately the training staff for the Chargers and the South Park Eagles come over to see what's going on. He could not get up.
Well, hopefully he's okay down there. But, man, what a hit by Cables. I mean, that's a big guy, 6'6", 240. Good run by Cables. Gets the Chargers in the end zone, and that's exactly what you need. But hopefully he's okay down here on the field.
I'm trying to see who it is. I can't. They're all gathered around him.
And man, Chargers all take a knee.
The Cables lay it. Boom on him, though. Hopefully he's all right.
Gets up now. Walk towards the sideline.
It's Harry Bozos for South Park.
So now it's looking like Chargers looking to come back. and they have made it just a 2-touchdown game now, 21-6. And here comes Altmar to kick the extra point.
Just what the doctor ordered, guys. Chargers take the opening kick, take it down. Thanks to the Nestors' great return. They take it 42 yards and punch it in.
Needed a drive like that for the Chargers sideline to get fired up.
Well, Grant, there's no house for Patty to hit this time.
Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good in the face of the rush. So the Chargers, 1 minute and 27 seconds into the half, go down the field and put themselves back in this game, 21-7.
And that's what we know that the Chargers offense can do, right? They can move the football like that. They've had some success this game, and Al's talked about it. Take what the defense has given you. And that time with a Nestor good run back, the Chargers are able to punch it in and get 7. And right now, obviously, see if your defense can hold up.
Yeah, and I need to stop. It's the classic, after you score, you got to stop the other team, especially if you're trying to catch up.
Yeah, and here if the Chargers can get the stop, then they'll have all of the momentum going into the half here, and they're getting ready. And, you know, if they can get this stop, they should be able to really have a good comeback effort.
Got it down to a 2-score game.
And the other big play was that return by Nestor. They tried to kick it short to keep it out of the hands of Hawkins, and then Nestor made a big play.
They're looking at Buzzo's shoulder. So
Altmar kicks it away, and it is going to be caught at the 8-yard line by the Eagles, looking for some room, but he does not have any. And he's going to try to break free from the Chargers, but he will not. And the Eagles will start their first possession of the half at the 26-yard line.
Well, here we go, fellas. Buckle up for a great second half if the Chargers defense can come up with a big stop here on this drive.
So here comes the response from the Eagles. Lindsey with a man to his right. He's going to give it to Durow. Durow looking for some room, and he falls forward to the 31-yard line. So gain of 5 on first down.
And that's what the Eagles did in the first half, too. Just picking up a couple yards every play on these runs, and the Chargers going to have to keep them behind the sticks here.
Second and 5. Lindsey takes the snap, keeps it this time, looking for some room, makes a cut, gets to the outside, and he's pushed out of bounds by the Chargers right around midfield, about up to around the 47-yard line.
There's a Charger down. I couldn't see if that was Owen Tonery or if that was 68. Hawkins. It's one of those two. I'm looking on the sideline here and see if there's. It's Owen Tonery is down. Number 58.
Hopefully Tonery's okay. He's been pretty good for the Chargers defense the last couple weeks.
They haven't moved the sticks yet, so I don't know.
Well, I thought there was a penalty.
No, there's marching off a penalty against the Chargers. It's going to be all the way down to the Charger 40-yard line.
So not a good start to the big defensive drive for the Chargers after the score.
I didn't see what the penalty was, but it was a major one. So.
Oh, it was a personal foul.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Well, it had to be 15 yards.
So 1st and 10 from the 40. Play action here. Lindsey going deep, and it is incomplete. Looking down the field, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Had Haynes across the middle. Play action by the Eagles. Good time to take a chance after the penalty and a big run for the Eagles. Good coverage downfield by Schultz.
So the Eagles don't run on 1st down, which, you know, they've been very successful on the ground. So let's see if the Chargers can make this have a nice play here. 2nd and 10. Gives it to DeRoe, and DeRoe splits the defense, and he goes gone untouched. Touchdown, Eagles.
And that's not what you like to see from the Chargers defense. Just give it right back after you have good offensive drive to put some points on the board, and now the Eagles walk into the end zone. DeRoe having himself a game.
That was way too easy, guys. Eric DeRoe scores.
Untouched, guys.
Yeah, 40-yard touchdown run. And he runs like Eric Dickerson, if you remember him. Oh, that one's blocked, guys.
Extra point is blocked, so that might be big moving forward, but the problem is the Chargers don't just get to catch up on offense, they have to catch up on defense as well.
But, yeah, he runs like Eric Dickerson. I don't know if you remember him, that, like, straight-up style, and he just motors.
Yeah, super strong.
Yeah.
Quick, explosive.
I mean, a lot of running backs, or any runner, you run leaning forward, he's, like, straight up and down, but, man, he can fly.
It's going to be interesting now. I mean, obviously, that last drive, the Chargers found something with offense, but like you said, Grant, if they're going to want to be in this game and have the chance on the 4th, they're going to have to get some stops on defense again.
So after a couple of short kicks for the Eagles, didn't exactly go too well for them. Let's see if they kick this one deep back to Hawkins this time.
It's Haynes does the kickoff duties for the Eagles.
And it's an onside kick.
He picked that ball up before 10 yards, guys. He picked that ball up before 10 yards. That should not be South Park's ball.
Surprise onside for the Eagles, and the officials are pointing in the direction of South Park. So regardless of what happens, the people with the only say that's relevant say that the Eagles get the ball.
He touched the ball 8 or 9 yards down the field. It's got to go 10. I'm looking right down the line at it.
Yeah, that's a tough break there for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Lindsey gives it to DeRoe. DeRoe running through the Charger defense, and the Chargers are saying they got the ball, and
there's a flag on the Chargers.
There's some flags
for spiking
down
the ball
across the field, and a lot to break down here to see if they give it.
Was unsportsmanlike on the Chargers. There's
Now
another
they throw
flag.
another one.
There's another flag. That's going to be on the bench.
Well, a lot going on here now, guys, and obviously we talked about it earlier. The refs not having control of this game.
No. And now all the calls, even the ones that aren't questionable, are going against the Chargers.
Right, and that one, like Swagger thought that he
had the ball.
Right, and he picked that up, and then he slams the ball. They throw a flag, and then it seems like the sidelines probably talking.
They've had 2 times the ball was kicked off to them, and then they did not get the ball. So you're looking up at this scoreboard, right? And that's 2 opportunities that they did not have the scorer, and that's the problem.
Well, here's the calls. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against the Chargers. I get that one. Dead ball. Sideline warning against the Chargers. So after it's all said and done, it's 15 more yards for the South Park Eagles.
Onside kicking up 20. Real classy at.
So now they're going to get it up at the 20-yard line. 9:13 to go in the third quarter, so still a lot of time left. Chargers defense needs to make a play. Takes the snap, gives it to Brown. Brown trying to spin away, and he's going to be wrapped up, but there's a flag. And we will check this marker as well.
If this one's against the Chargers, the coaching staff's going to go ballistic.
Yeah, it looks like Swaggart again gets tangled up on the outside there again, and they throw a flag.
They're talking.
Swaggart coming off the field here, but getting frustrated.
No, it is frustrating. It's like they're marching against the Chargers.
And it's going to be a personal foul.
Half
on
the distance.
Chargers.
Yep.
So that is going to get the ball up to the 10-yard line, so it'll be first down and goal from the 10 for the Eagles. And the Chargers, really an unfortunate sequence of events after scoring that touchdown so quickly in the half. But let's see if they can bend and not break. Lindsey takes the snap. He hands it off, and it looks like it's going to not be much on that play for the Eagles, so the Chargers win first down.
And the tough part here, guys, is obviously things not going well for the Chargers. And now, you know, adding to it with a couple penalties to march the Eagles down a little bit further. But you got to keep your cool here. Got to try to stay poised. I know it's tough. Some calls haven't gone your way. Some of the game hasn't gone your way. But if you're going to have a chance to get back in this game, you got to limit that stuff now.
Second and goal from the 10. Lindsey, he pulls this one down, keeps it himself, trying to get to the outside. He cannot. He's going to be pushed out of bounds around the 8-yard line. So it'll be third down and goal.
Nice play there by Schultz to string out Lindsey.
We're looking for another penalty here. One of the Chargers are down and they're injured.
Well, the South Park player was just like beating on the Charger that's down. I can't see who it is.
I believe it's Aaron Massey.
Massey.
Yeah, and just stuff starting to unravel a little bit here. It's getting chippy, obviously. You never want to see stuff like this. Obviously, you want to still see good football and respect from both sides.
Yeah, I was watching that. The play went out of bounds, and I was watching that, and the South Park lineman was all over Massey and was like jumping on him, basically. And,
he was laying on top of him.
And a couple of the Charger players were trying to pull him off, and he wouldn't come off, and the officials were standing there watching and wouldn't throw a flag.
Yeah, and
Coach Gilden just turned to the official and said something and shook his head.
Yeah, and that's a man that's been dealing with officials for a very long time. And, you know,
he probably says, "Why didn't you throw a flag there?" I mean, that was uncalled for. He basically was beating up on him. And it took two other Chargers to pull that player off. You see Coach Mack out there as well.
He's been all over.
I see the Rev out there standing at the 30-yard line. He just say, make it a good one, Rev. Because remember, Grant, He's watching.
Yeah. Well, he's been wanting to get on camera, so I hope we got him on there.
No, he's not.
Oh.
It's 3rd down and goal.
3rd and 7. Lindsay keeps it again, and he is going to fall forward into the end zone for another South Park touchdown. And now it's 33-7, and that's tough when they score back-to-back touchdowns with the offense not getting a chance between.
Yeah, and they shouldn't even had that chance, as we said. And I'm not going to harp on it anymore, but that was an illegal onside kick. So it should have been the Charger ball, but it's not.
Yeah, tough break for the Chargers here. And just as we thought, they had some life and the game was going to turn around. Eagles scored 2 touchdowns.
And that one hits the upright.
Oh, that's off the post, so back-to-back unsuccessful extra points for the Eagles, but it's 33-7, so Chargers going to need to make a lot of plays to get back into this one.
Hey, did you know that you can earn money for the OLSH Athletics when you purchase gift cards through Raise Right? Hey, the Athletics General Fund receives percentage of each physical and e-gift card bought by our program participants. If you have questions or want to learn more, email sstuckman@olsh.org. That's SSTUCKEMAN@olsh.org.
So the Chargers going to have to keep a keen eye on this kickoff this time. After last time they went with surprise onside. Still 8:07 to go in the 3rd quarter, so a lot of time left in the ball game. It's been a long 4 minutes.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns scored.
Yeah, 1 by the Chargers and 2 by the Eagles.
Yeah, a lot of things have happened so far, and obviously can turn the game around still, but they're going to have to do it quick.
They kick this one deep, and that one is going to bounce and die and be picked up by Hawkins. Hawkins has no blockers. It's all Eagles trying to slip through him, and he does a nice job of getting some yardage. He's going to get up to the 23-yard line, so that's where the offense will finally get to touch the field again.
Hey, I appreciate y'all playing football. Appreciate it.
Looks like Eli Nestor holding his arm coming off the field for the Chargers after that on that kickoff. Holding his left arm.
That's where honestly it's important to get our guys. We don't gotta shake hands. We don't gotta do anything. Get our guys get off the field. You go handle the rest. We'll take care of it.
1st and 10, Chargers got a strike here. Cables takes the snap, hands it off. They run some trickery, gets it back to Hawkins. Hawkins looking to make a play, but he will be dumped at the 25, gain of 2.
Chargers try to go back to that little trickery play, and Hawkins this time couldn't find any open ground, no blockers up front.
Chargers break the huddle. Cables will send 3 to the top with Anderson once again, the lone receiver on his side of the field. Cables takes the snap, looking. Now he's going to drop back towards his right, and he's going to throw, and that's going to be caught by Anderson up to the 28-yard line. So small gain for a pass, but makes it 3rd and shorter.
Yeah, right now that's all you can do. Just try to keep the play alive. Find a way to pick up a couple yards. Anderson, good job. Finding a soft spot across the middle. Chargers going to have to start taking some chances, I believe, downfield.
Yeah.
Well, but first, you'd like to see them pick up the 1st down. First down of a drive is always big. Cables takes the snap. He's going to pitch it out to Chatfield. Chatfield trying to cut up field, but he is going to be met by the South Park line. and he will lose a couple of yards, and it'll be 4th down, and the offense should definitely stay on. But it looks like they are going to bring out the punting unit, and it feels a little bit early to be punting here. 4th and 6, I think you got to go for it.
I don't know, too deep in your own territory right now. It's still a lot of game left. There's still a quarter and a half left here, so.
Yeah, but you know, you're down 4 scores. You got to do something if you're the Chargers, and they've been having such trouble on defense. That's the thing that they're giving up. They're not just giving up offense, they're going back on defense, as that punt is going to bounce and roll and go out of bounds at the 32.5. So that's where the Eagles will take over. 5:40 to go in the 3rd quarter.
I agree with you, Grant, too. I think right now you do got to keep your offense on the field if you want to amount to a comeback here. Obviously, you know, the game has flipped pretty quick in the last couple minutes, but for the Eagles, they're going to keep the ball on the ground, and that clock's just going to keep turning.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Munzie takes the snap, gives it to Daru. Daru is going to be spun down by the Chargers for a loss of 1. So one of the first times the Chargers have been able to wrap him up in the backfield.
And who was it? Aaron Massey with the stop there. Comes back after came off the field after that injury.
Yeah, it was good to see Massey back on the field. Obviously a big piece to this front line of the Chargers defense.
A loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Munzie takes the snap, gives it to Brown. Brown makes a cut up the field, and he falls forward around the stick. They'll say he's about a half-yard shy, and it looks like the Chargers are fighting. That's Jacob Beam tangled up with a South Park Eagle.
This had better be against South Park. He was all over Jake.
And this game is getting chippy, and there's still a lot of time left. There's still 16 minutes and 34 seconds left.
Yeah, you're starting to wonder, guys, if we're going to be able to get through a quarter and a half here with how chippy it's been, and you don't like to see that kind of stuff. Obviously, both sides getting super heated.
Mark my words, it's going to be unsportsmanlike on both sides. You watch.
I don't know about that one. I think this one might go the Chargers' way, but.
Well, we'll have to check the call.
There's 2 flags out there now.
Now, one's more up the field, might be part of the run, and then the other one is back the field for the tangled up players.
And somebody else is down on the field here for the Chargers.
Oh, yeah,
And this was
right
kind of away from the play.
Yeah.
It's just an absolute mess on this play. So let's see what all the markers are about.
I think that's Nestor on the ground.
And we're still yet to get any kind of signal from the officials. Here we go.
Personal foul against. That's what I said. Both ways.
So they will offset, and it'll be just 3rd down and 1.
And that was South Park player was mauling the Charger, and the Charger was Bain was defending himself, and they both got called for personal fouls. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and Coach Abbey over there, he did a great job at coming out and trying to get his players cooperate for him, but doing some yelling. But the penalties go both sides. And like I said, the refs are bringing these guys together now, trying to talk to them.
They're getting the captains together.
Right.
Well, I mean, it took long enough for the officials to try to do something to take control of this game And it just feels like, I mean, I don't want to assess any blame, but it feels like they let it get to this point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's been a lot of chaos over the last couple minutes here.
Oh, yeah. I just watched Patty Altmar goes into the Charger locker room. He has to leave. He's got a soccer game at 3:30. So Altmar's gone for the game.
So
that was a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, and the tough part is obviously the score is what it is, but that would have been something to think about if this game was a little closer right now, because Patty, obviously a good leg for the Chargers.
Yeah, let's see. That's another play there that the Chargers come out on the short end.
Yeah, it's just a lot going on. The Chargers trying to figure it all out.
And coaching staff trying to calm these Chargers down too.
Harris is fired up down there on the sideline. Coaches are trying to calm him down. He sees what's going on.
Yeah, it's understandable. I mean, a lot of emotion, and obviously for the Chargers, this is a game that they thought, big opportunity that they could stay in the game and be able to try to pull out a victory.
Good news is Owen Tonery got hurt earlier. He's back in the lineup.
3rd down and 1. So the Chargers looking to get off the field. It's still not quite out of reach if they can get a stop right here. And we finally get a ready for play as Levy is under center. Takes the snap, gives it to Daru, and Daru right around the marker. And it looks like they are going to give him the 1st down.
Yeah, needed 1. He got 2.
Yes, honestly, yes. Yes. Get him out. I'd get him out. I can always start, to be honest.
Hobbling off the field for the Chargers is Isaiah Gamble.
One thing I think you're going to see here soon, guys, is the Chargers are going to start emptying their bench here. They're not going to keep some of these guys in if there's risk of injury or fight or anything crazy happening.
1st and 10.
Good news is Speedy's back in the lineup.
Lindsey going to keep it, and he's going to get up to the 48. Yeah, like you're saying, Christian, not really injury, but you don't want there to be a fight, suspension. Obviously, OLSH doubles every suspension issued out, and we're heading down the home stretch of the season.
Right.
So you just want to make sure you're going to have everyone else after this game.
And like Al said at the beginning of the broadcast, I mean, Chargers don't have it easy the last couple weeks, and, it might come down to winning a game or two to try to give yourself a chance to get in the playoffs. So you want to stay healthy here and not have any suspensions.
I see J.J. Hayden, backup quarterback for the Chargers, warming up for them.
They hand it off here to Duro, and Duro once again is gone untouched. So we have another touchdown for him. It's a touchdown for the Eagles, and it's now 39-7, 3:06 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And the one thing that you can see here is the Eagles are the real deal. I mean, they got a lot. I mean, obviously, aside from this game and some of the stuff that's happened, and obviously we're pulling for the Chargers here, but the one thing the Eagles, you can see why they're the #1 team, and I think they got more weapons than Seton LaSalle does.
Yeah.
I mean, with that backfield like that, and Daru and Levy and Brown, I mean, those guys, and obviously the couple Division I players that are on the line, but man, they're talented.
After missing a couple of extra points, they'll line up to go for 2.
And why not?
Lindsey keeps it himself, and he is going to spin around, and he is into the end zone. So now it is 41-7, and, the wheels have come off for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the Chargers just looking defeated already, and that's tough to see, because you got a game next week. So after this one, you're going to have to find a way to just flush it, forget about it, and get back to work on Monday.
Well, you know, as long as everyone can get out of here, right, the chippiness of this game kind of helps with that, right?
Definitely.
They're going to be, they're not like demoralized over there. They're angry, right? So that
Right.
can help them be pumped up, and they can take that out on the next opponent. But they cannot, they need to make sure they don't take that out the rest of this game because they don't want anything bad to happen.
Correct.
And it goes back to your point where you start, in the fourth quarter, you start putting your backups in and getting them some game time. Wave the white flag. Yeah, Nestor's not even out here on the kickoff return. I see Ellis jumping on the field. Nestor has his helmet off on the sidelines.
So the kick for the Eagles is going to be fielded at the 12-yard line by the Chargers. Hawkins trying to make a play on one of these kickoff returns. He is going to try to get back inside, but he will be brought down at the 39, and that's where the Chargers are going to take over. And it looks like Cables will not go out there. Obviously, very important player for them, both on offense and defense. So looking to...
Is it Hayden? Yeah, Hayden. Nice. And the Chargers take a timeout. Looks like they're working on Owen Nestor's hand or lower arm on the sidelines.
So hopefully he's okay for next week.
Yeah, I would, if it means anything, I would just set him the rest of the game, get him ready for next week.
Yeah, I think you're going to see all these guys sitting down now, and it's good, too, like you talked about, get some of these younger guys some experience and getting game time play, but obviously you want to come out of here healthy and make sure that nothing crazy happens. But for the Chargers, keep your heads, be poised here, stay smart.
The Charger coaching staff up here in the press box has departed, so they pretty much waving the white flag here.
Well, there's still 15 minutes left in this ball game.
Exactly.
We had, it felt like a pretty quick first half, and then this third quarter has been very long.
Because of the chippiness and the officials. And yeah.
Yeah, and the clock's going to turn pretty quick here. Obviously, the Chargers going to try to work on some offense here and see what they can get with the young guys, give them an opportunity. But once the Eagles get the ball back, they're going to just keep running the ball.
Here's the thing. The Chargers are 1 point away from having a running clock, so against them.
Also true.
It's 1st and 10.
J.J. Hayden in quarterback.
Hayden hands it off, and it's going to be gain of 5 for the Chargers.
So South Park has called off their dogs as well. They're starting to substitute as well. And think about it, it's a day shorter for this next week too. So
right, and that plays a factor here now too.
2nd and 6. Hayden takes a snap, throws it out quickly. That's Bean. Bean looking to make a cut. Instead, he falls over.
No, I think it was Ellis, was it not?
No, that was number 6.
Yeah, it's Ellis.
Oh, that was Ellis? No,
yeah.
No.
Slipped on the turf, trying to make a cut, goes down. Loss of 3. So J.J. Hayden, freshman, he talked to Coach Militzer. He's really high on the kid. He says he's a real good talent. He's actually the future quarterback for the Chargers.
Yeah, and it's good to see him get some time here. Obviously, doesn't get too much of it.
Hayden takes the snap, Drops back, looks, tries to dance off a defender.
Fumble.
He loses the ball. There's a flag down right after the recovery, but it's picked up by the Eagles.
I'm sure it's on the Chargers for taunting or something.
Well, I don't know. It came out right when JJ lost a football there.
Give him credit. He swatted it down. That was Cunningworth, was it not? Or Cunningham that knocked the ball out.
Looks like the Chargers going to keep the football here.
Oh, they're marking it off against face mask. No wonder it came out quick.
Yeah, you know, it looked like he kind of got right in his face, so I was wondering maybe it was going to be a face mask or roughing the passer for hitting the quarterback's head. And so the Chargers get new life.
So it'll be 3rd and 4. Makes it manageable here.
3rd down here for Hayden. Takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking for something down the field, throws, and it's caught by Ellis. Ellis with a nice play up the field. And, you know, you want to see that. Al, you know, they think that he's their quarterback of the future, so you don't just want to have him handed off. You want to see what he's got in the varsity game.
Absolutely. Let him play the game.
Yeah, that was a nice throw by JJ. Gets some protection, gets a little bit of time, rolls out.
And guys, it wasn't one of those ones that you have to fling. That was a nice touch pass.
Yeah.
He had to get it up over the up defender and inside below the back defender, and he did it. He threaded the needle perfectly right to Ellis.
Yeah, that's definitely a bright spot. Anytime you have a freshman quarterback, obviously get some time here, but that's bright future, 3 years.
Yep. There's 2 freshmen in the backfield right now.
Hayden takes a snap, rolls to his left, gets set, throws it over the middle, and it's caught by Hawkins. A nice play, Ty Hawkins trying to get to the outside, and he will get in. Touchdown Chargers, and the first touchdown for J.J. Hayden.
Well, you love to see that. JJ again, nice ball over the middle to Hawkins, and Hawkins goes up and gets it with 2 guys there and run after the catch.
Play goes 39 yards for the touchdown, the first varsity touchdown pass for J.J. Hayden.
That was big time there by
And it
the
looks
Chargers.
like Cables is going to come back on.
Is he kicking an extra point here?
He might.
He is.
He might, yeah. Ellis is the holder. I was wondering who would do it.
Well, let's see.
Here's your do everything guy, huh?
See if you can knock it through.
Football quarterback, football defensive end, baseball pitcher.
And it is.
And that one's going to be blocked. Too much time. Yeah.
And, you know, it's good to just make sure he wasn't hit on that.
Yeah, exactly.
So he will get off, and it's 41 for the Eagles and 13 for the Chargers. 35 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
If he would have got a little bit of protection there, I think he would have made that. He got to get booed.
Yeah, oh yeah, he got good foot on that, good leather on that, but just the timing. It's yeah.
I don't know if you guys watched College Game Day this morning, but the guy finally made a field goal for Pat McAfee's to give away his charity money, but the kid kicked it in Vans. He made a 40-yarder in Vans. It was pretty impressive.
Wow.
On his second try, though, I will say that, but that's big time.
Yeah.
So Cables will get another chance to kick, this time on the kickoff, so no points, but still something fun to do.
Yeah, last year it was Dorian Tate was the backup kicker.
Tate did everything last year, too.
Yeah, he did.
He stepped in.
He punted, he quarterback, he punted, he kicked, receiver.
Ran the ball.
It was a running back.
Is he down on the sidelines today?
I didn't see him. I saw Greer, but I didn't see Tate.
Here comes the kick from Cables, and it's a nice kick. It's going to land at the 20-yard line, trickle towards the sideline, picked up by the Eagles.
Oh, you got to tackle him.
He's trying to cut the other way. Now he's going upfield. He's at the 30, jumps over a man, gets by another man, and there he goes. And Cables, the kicker, throttles him down at the 40.
And Brown.
Uh-oh,
making some
Cables
moves
is limping.
there. That's not what you want to see. And see, this is.
Oh,
the
no.
wall.
It was okay. It was trying to get his foot up from underneath.
He's definitely limping. And that's the one thing. I mean, I know we get excited in the booth to
And Brown
see
is
him
hurt.
go out and kick the ball, but you don't want to see him doing anything crazy. He's grabbing his hamstring here.
Yeah, he is. And Brown is slow to get up. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him.
Oh, he just slipped trying to get
Yeah,
back
he did.
up. I mean, that was a crazy return.
That was.
Yeah,
Hopefully he's okay, because on that sideline, too, you don't want any of those guys getting hurt. You got Brown's one of your main players. He's had a great game today.
Brown and Drew. I was just going to say, as that run back was happening, just a little side note, according to what the stats that I have, that touchdown by Hawkins was his first.
So the first for both Hawkins, and
Hawkins
Hayden.
And Hayden.
And that's a connection the Chargers want to have for the next 3 years.
Yeah, the future is definitely bright. You got some young, talented players over there on that Chargers sideline. We've had a lot of stoppage in play today, fellas. Whether it was the referees or injured players.
Guys, we're still in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
think it's been an hour here this third quarter. And it looks like they're marking the ball at the 20-yard line. Are they saying that Brown stepped out of bounds all the way back there? Must be.
I don't know.
Well, that's the only thing it could be. That's around where he picked up the ball.
Yeah, he might have.
Timeout Chargers.
All that for nothing. Brown got hurt for nothing. Timeout Chargers. That's their second timeout. And the Chargers call timeout because they're putting in all their second team. I don't want to say. I hate saying second team. They're backup players.
Well,
they're non-starters.
No matter what you say, it sounds a little bad, but obviously that's a pecking order that you know, you're working and fighting to
They're
get
non-starters.
time. Yeah, there you go.
Non-starters.
Role players.
They're
Everybody needs
up and
those.
coming players.
There you go. No matter what, I mean, everybody on the team,
they're young.
Obviously equals to make the team. You need whether it's the 40th guy on the bench or the first guy, you need those guys to be consistent every day to be able to have a successful program. So it doesn't matter.
And to be honest, these guys have all buying into the program. They know what their role is. They know the younger ones know that their time is coming.
So the Rising Stars, Al, will take the field for the Chargers on
There
defense.
you go. And a lot of freshmen. I see a lot of freshmen out here right now for the Chargers. Freshmen and sophomores. Trayshawn Mitchell is out there. Vince Rocha is out there. Hayden's out there in defense.
South Park, trouble with the snap. They're going to hand it off, and he breaks a tackle, and he's going to fall forward up to the 31-yard line. So even with the guys on the field changing, the results don't, as the Eagles have a nice run, and it looks like that play will finally end this third quarter.
I think so. Yep, they're walking to the sidelines.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's the Eagles 41, Chargers 13 in a very high-scoring quarter. And we'll flip the field, and it'll be the fourth quarter coming up next. welcome you back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Chargers trail the Eagles 41-13, and we get a quick first half, followed by a very long third quarter. My sister's here today. She probably saw the first half, hoping to get out of here quickly, and now she realizes, oh no, I got to stay for a lot of football.
Yeah, this has been a long game.
Yeah, it has.
Obviously, all the stoppages and stuff going on.
2.5 hours and counting, and we're just starting the fourth quarter.
Here we go for the Eagles. Going to keep it, trying to get to the outside, and he will gain about 2 yards. That is the freshman Stone
Freeman.
for South Park.
Freeland. Or Leland. Leland
Stone.
Yeah. Trying to see who all the Chargers are. Eli Nestor's out here for the Chargers.
Eagles keep it on the ground again. Trying to get to the outside. Loses the ball, and it looks like it's going to be fallen on by the Eagles. Flag down.
Yep. That'll be holding against the Eagles, so that'll back them up a bit.
They're going to mark it right at the 30, so it'll be second down and 12. 11 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the ball game.
See some cheerleader alumni down there cheering with the cheerleaders. It's nice. I love homecoming just for that reason.
And we're going to get a delay of game on the Eagles, so the backups can't quite get it together. Run the play on time, so it'll be 2nd and 17.
They should get this one off. Lineman has to. I love when one of the Hogs have to hustle off the field. It's always a sight, isn't it not?
Stone takes the snap, hands it off, and the Eagles spike forward up to the 30-yard line. That was Jordan Smith on the carry. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, so the Eagles getting some of their young players in the mix here now. It's always good to see.
Third down and 11 for South Park. Stone takes the snap, and he's going to keep it, trying to find some room up the middle, and he's going to be brought down at the 37-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 4 yards. And we have a Charger down.
I believe that is freshman Jaleel Walker. He'll find his way to the sideline. He's down. They stop play for him, so he's got to come out for one play. They're just telling him now, and he's like, no, I just got in. You got to love it, though. Cable's out there greeting all the players as they come off the field.
Yeah, he's a great leader.
He is.
He's going to do big things on that next level.
Yes. Going up to Akron Zip. They got him for his defensive skills, but they're getting quite a person, not just a ball player.
Absolutely.
4th down and 4. Stone takes the snap. Has another keeper running up the middle, and he will have enough for a first down, so the Eagles will stay on the field. 9:20 to go in the ball game.
He thought the Eagles would have punted there in just respect of the score, but they pick up the first down, keep the drive alive.
From their own 45.
Jamar Brown out there for the Chargers, playing a corner position.
Stone takes the snap, hands it off, trying to cut up field, and it's going to be another 10-yard run again, and it's a first down.
And Smith pretty explosive there. Gets good blocking upfield, picks up another first down.
Yeah, it's a deep running back room, looking like. DeRoe leading the charge for the Eagles, but Smith looking serviceable here.
Tavier Green in for the Chargers.
Stone takes the snap, keeps this one, and he's going to run into the Chargers, but not before picking up 5 yards, second down.
That was Mitchell he ran into. Mitchell wasn't going to let him go. That's what the Chargers needed to be doing. They were hitting, but they weren't
Early
wrapping
in
up.
the game. Yeah. That physicality. And Mitchell, he's going to be a big-time player, too.
Yeah.
He's got great size.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've seen him a couple times come in to a couple games and run the ball.
Run the ball, right.
Bush as well, and Bush is out there. So those are your future on the offensive end, and obviously
trying to see
linebacking crew.
Trying to see who that is playing center field out there.
Second and 5. Stone gives this one to Smith, and he is going to be wrapped up in the backfield. A nice play by the Chargers. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
I think that's freshman Marshman out there at the safety position.
Oh, is it?
Isaiah Marshman. So another freshman with athletic ability.
Teran Bonner in on the stop there for the Chargers. Oh, 30, yeah. Out there, yeah.
And then you got Gilden out there as well.
Yeah.
Younger Votecki. So you're going to have some pieces going forward here for the Chargers.
6:30 to go in the ball game. 3rd and 7. Stone rolls right, looking for some running room, and he is going to be brought down right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and 7.
Well, they didn't punt it the first time they had 4th down. They're not going to punt it now.
They're definitely going to go for it again, but I was just looking over here Al to see, obviously, the schedule with 3 games remaining for the Chargers. We know the Steel Valley game next week is going to be a big-time game for the Chargers going on the road, and obviously Steel Valley still ranked in the top 5 here.
Yep, we'll go to Steel Valley. South Park next week is at home against Ligonier Valley.
4th and 7. It's a handoff, and it's blown up. He fumbles, and it will be falling on.
Either way, it's going to be Charger
and
ball.
It doesn't matter who recovers. The Chargers are going to get it at the Eagle 45, and let's see if J.J. Hayden can find the end zone again.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see J.J. come out here and have another good drive, but good job by the Chargers defense to get off the field there.
5:25 left.
I didn't see who made that initial hit, that strip sack almost, but.
Not sure if that was Butler in there. One of those guys on the line were able to get in there and jar the ball loose.
Yeah, it'd be nice if the Chargers could punch it in one more time. And we got substitution issues with all the substitutes.
So here we go. 1st and 10, and it's a bad snap. It's picked up by the Chargers, and they're going to run it back to the 50-yard line. It looks like Coach Militzer decided to put Landon Rath in the game at quarterback for this drive.
Oh, okay.
So giving everyone a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, Landon is the sophomore. So two good young quarterbacks. He likes both of them, Coach Militzer.
Rath pitches it out to the outside, looking for some room, and that's a nice run all the way up to the 35.
Christian Bush
on the carry.
Good job by Bush there to get to the outside. Good blocking downfield. And we talked about it earlier in the season. Bush, he had some bright spots early when he was getting a couple snaps when Chatfield wasn't playing. But Bush is going to be a good –
oh, yeah.
And you have Chatfield again, so going to have a good running back crew.
Chatfield and Bush, both freshmen.
Yeah,
4:30 to go.
Think about the nightmare that'll be when they're seniors.
Who do you cover if you're the defense?
Rath throws incomplete, almost intercepted by the Eagles. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I think at that time the Chargers might look at a different offense. It might look like a backfield like the Eagles were running today.
Yeah.
Having two halfbacks back there next to your quarterback.
Well, you want to play to your strengths.
Have Hayden and Rath back there, your options at quarterback, and who knows who comes along,
Right. You never know, and obviously you got some wide outs out there, Hawkins, Anderson.
Second and 10. Rath gives it to Bush. Bush looking to make a play up the middle, and that's a nice run for Bush.
That was a nice run.
Going to get 8 yards up to the 27-yard line. And guys, we're focusing on the freshmen and sophomores on the field, but let's not forget the guys on the sideline. They have unfinished business, and this Charger team currently has a good chance to make the playoffs, and they're looking to make a run.
Realistically, if everything falls into place, the Chargers within the next 2 weeks have to win one game, I think, and to put themselves in the playoffs. Obviously, if you can win both of them coming up, that really solidifies and gives you a better seed. But to get in, I think they have to win one game.
Rath has a wide pitch there, and that should be an incomplete pass. It looked forward to me.
Yeah, the one thing
it's incomplete.
Yep, that's what they're calling it, incomplete. Good call, Grant.
One thing you're looking for the Chargers too. Get your win, get into the playoffs, but I still think that there's a lot left, and they're going to keep getting better in the next couple weeks here, and obviously figure some stuff out. But if you play a complete game, I think they can compete with these guys.
Yeah.
The Eagles, Seton LaSalle, of course, but South Allegheny, of course.
South Allegheny game, guys, in all honesty, the Chargers played a great game, and you just got to tip your hat to South Allegheny. I think they just played a little bit better.
Yeah, the Chargers were right in that game the whole time. We were going to get a timeout called by the Chargers with 3:10 left. South Allegheny, Chargers really went wire to wire. It's just the problem was that they just gave up more scores, but the non-scoring drives were very even on both sides.
Right. And obviously the Seton LaSalle game was a little different because it was canceled halfway through, but the Chargers were doing some good things in that game as well.
I thought they outplayed Seton LaSalle, to be honest with you. I really did.
I agree. So, when you're talking about that, and obviously you come out of the second half, you make a good statement by scoring quick in this game, but then stuff started to unravel and the defense kind of gave up a couple scores. But you never know what can happen later on in the season. Still got a couple weeks left here to make some adjustments and keep getting better.
Before we go, we do want to congratulate our homecoming king and queen. And I'm sorry I didn't write them down.
I believe it was Austin.
Anthony.
I think so. Anthony Hansen and Meg Sweeney.
That's it.
Here we go. Incomplete there from the Chargers. So it'll be fourth down.
No, first.
No, that was it.
Turnover
That was
on
fourth
downs.
down. So the Eagles will take back over.
Hit as he was throwing. Thanks for watching, everybody. Glad you could join us here on a beautiful, gorgeous Saturday afternoon in southwestern Pennsylvania. We're in Moon Township. Grant Kalish has the call here tonight, or this afternoon. Christian Harbaugh. I'm OLSH. And Grant and Tyler Rogers will be back on the air audio only on Monday and Tuesday for some soccer. Girls on Monday, boys on Tuesday. 5:30 both days.
3:05 left. Stone hands it off here, and it's going to be still fighting forward.
Going.
Up to the 34-yard line. It's about 6. Once again, Smith on the carry.
And we charge her down.
You hate to see that at this point in the game with an injury. And it looks like we're going to bring him to his feet. He'll have to miss a play.
Holding his arm. Is this Nestor again?
Yeah, he's been holding his arm the last couple plays and keeps coming back into the game, but re-injuring that shoulder.
So he's acting like it's like the little stinger on his shoulder. Can't see that. Yeah, it is number 12. That's Eli Nestor, Owen's younger brother. I would imagine his afternoon is done.
2nd down and 2. Taking all the time they can.
Yeah, they're just milking the clock. There's still 12 seconds on the play clock, and they're not going to do anything until it's under 10 probably.
Stone is going to keep it, and he has the first down. So now they could just kneel this one out if they wanted to.
Yeah. So the Chargers will fall to 2-2 in section. They'll be 3-3 overall. South Park goes to 3-0 in section, and they will be 6-1 overall. As we get down to the nitty-gritty here in the season.
Couple plays left. South Park hands this one off, and he keeps running backwards, and the entire Charger team tackles him. 2nd down.
There were 6 Chargers over there to get him.
Every single one of their defensive players were over there for that tackle. Love to see that. And that almost is going to do it. They're going to run another play here.
Got 1 play left. Assuming the play clock is managed correctly by the Eagles.
Yeah, they should milk this down again under 10 seconds. And
we're now under 40 seconds left in the game. Takes a snap. Another keeper here for Stone. Stone makes a man miss, gets upfield, has some room, tries to cut it up the middle. He's still on his feet, and the Chargers tackle him down, and he is out of bounds, so the clock is stopped. 27 seconds left, and now the officials just say run it.
Tavier Green made the final tackle.
That's good for the Chargers not to give up a score on the final play in garbage time. And Eagles can let this one run out. They are huddling up, but we got 10 seconds left. So looks like they will not get to the line. And this game, and particularly this second half, will finally be put to rest as the South Park Eagles defeat your Chargers 41-13.
Well, there you see it. 41-13, South Park keeps their section record without a blemish. The Chargers have some work to do, but as we talked about, guys, they just need to win one of the next two games to really put themselves in position to be in the playoffs. So all's not lost. This is pretty much what you expected out of this South Park team coming in here on homecoming, but doesn't get any easier next week. Tell you what, we'll step aside, gather our thoughts, and button this one up, zip it up, and call it a day, and get ready for Monday and Tuesday. Don't you dare go away. We got post-game right after this message.
When I enter the door, I feel welcome. My child feels welcome. What drew us and kept us was the sincere rooting and faith.
They really care about your kids on an academic level and also as a person.
It's a safe place for our kids to really stretch and grow. There's just so many opportunities.
They have something that will make a child succeed and thrive.
If you want a good college prep school, this is it.
We've had such a positive experience here. We really can't say enough of how blessed we are by OLSH.
Join us for our fall open house on Sunday, October 20th from 1 to 3.
And we welcome you back here to Moon Stadium as we wrap up this one. The Chargers fall to the Eagles 41-13, and guys, the Chargers, they had a rough quarter and a rough half, and that is very hard to overcome.
Yeah, I think this game for the Chargers obviously didn't go the way they wanted it to, but you're going to have to forget about it right now. As soon as you're walking into this locker room, all positivity, stay confident here, and just know that you got to get healthy and prepare for this week. And obviously it'll be a tough game on the road for the Chargers, one that they could win potentially, and hopefully it would be a huge win if Steel Valley obviously stays in the top rankings. It would be good for the Chargers. But like you said, Al, they just need one game out of these next three. Hopefully they can get that to at least put themselves in the playoffs in position to try to make a run at this thing.
Well, currently they are in the last playoff spot in the section, so unless the wheels fall off in the next 2 weeks, they should be there. Again, Chargers did some good things today, had some not so good things today, and things didn't go their way a couple times, and that's where you just got to tip your hat to South Park. That's where South Park says, hey, championship teams take advantage of those situations, and that's exactly what they did today. 41-13. You look at the score and you say, oh my goodness. Trust me, the game wasn't that lopsided, I don't think.
Right. No, I agree with you, Al. I don't think it was that lopsided. Obviously, a 14-0 game for most of the first half. Then it went to 21-0.
Yeah.
But the Chargers had some opportunities, and obviously they were taking what the defense was giving them, and they were marching down the field, but a couple penalties and some miscues, executions that obviously didn't help them. But then they came out in the second half, and they scored right away, but then the defense kind of gave up a couple plays that ended up, pushing this lead up big for the Eagles.
Yeah, it seemed like most of South Park's scores were not on long drives, but it was just like they had a couple plays and then a gashing run that went all the way to the end zone.
Yeah.
But, as the Chargers are going to do, I'd like to forget about this one too and move on to Steel Valley.
Well, what was it? As a past Pirate manager used to say, I think it was Clint Hurdle would say, okay, we're going to shower, get this one off, and come back ready to go. So, yeah, shower this one away. But Chargers go down 41-13 here to the South Park Eagles, and we'll continue with Steel Valley next week. We'll make the trip out there to Munhall and bring you that one. If you can't make the trip, it'll be, I guess, the same team here. Grant, Christian, and myself will be out there to bring you that one. And if you're going out there, folks, to watch it, remember that they don't play at Steel Valley High School. They play, I forget the name of the field, but it's in Munhall. But we'll be out there. Anyway, again, I want to keep reminding you, audio games, soccer games from Youthtown Monday and Tuesday at 5:30. The girls on Monday will take on Riverside, and the boys on Tuesday, it'll be their senior night, and they will take on the Carlington Cougars. So hope you can join us there. On behalf of everybody here, I want to thank everybody for, do we have a note coming? No. I want to thank everybody involved here, Coach Mack. I want to thank Moon Area for making room for us. They're having their homecoming dance here at the field right after we get out of here. So they're going to be setting up. I want to thank them for letting us come and do this. Christian and Grant, thanks a lot. I'm OLSH saying good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you next week as Steel Valley will host your Chargers here on the OLSH Sports Network. As far as today goes, South Park victorious 41-13 over your Chargers. Have a good weekend, everybody.